you may think you have a safe approach, but the bottom line is, mixing drugs is never safe. It can cause serious health problems like a heart attack or brain damage. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Workers' comp can be tricky, but my law firm will be on top of all the complicated paperwork and sneaky deadlines so that all of your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. If you've been hurt on the job, I'm on top of it. Contact us at ritchielaw.com.
WCMC-FM HD1 Holly Springs.
You're listening to The Adam Gold Show.
Jarvis, back for Walker. He scores! Sean Walker's on a heater. Carolina takes the 3-2 lead. Walker's second point of the period and second goal in as many games. Kept in by Rossi. Sent it cross back for Kaprizov, and it's kept out by Walker. Oh, what a play by Sean Walker.
Oh, my gosh. Highlight reel. That puck should have been cleared. What a play by Walker.
Hi, everyone. I am Adam Gold. This is the Adam Gold Show. Victoria is here.
Guess what today is?
I'm trying. November 7. It is, why don't you tell us?
It's a Friday! Yes, let's go.
I wanted to turn the clocks back again yesterday. Like at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I wanted to turn them back again.
Yeah.
I needed one more.
I
more hour.
I'm feeling
Really daylight savings. Is that what that's what this is now, right? We're on daylight time.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Not standard time.
We're on cuckoo time
I don't
because
know
I don't
what it
know
is.
what day it is. I don't know what time it is.
Oh,
My
man.
whole body's like, why do we do this all the time?
It is definitely a Friday. I'm going to do the very best I can to stay awake for it.
Yes. Do you have the Celsius?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Is it cold in there?
No. Well, right now it's comfortable.
Well, yeah, because you're wearing like a fur coat.
I'm wearing a cloud, but it looks like a cloud.
You can
but
see
no.
it on right there. You can see it on the
I'm
camera.
super fluffy. It's got pockets. It's really nice.
Pockets are good.
However, I'm probably only going to last like 15 minutes in this thing.
Oh, really? Because it gets too warm.
It gets really warm, and then this board, the spaceship that I operate back here, it radiates like a ton of heat. And so by like 30 minutes in, I'm just sweating.
Yeah, that's why they keep all of those types of rooms cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Exactly. It's a freezer.
Did you watch the football game or the hockey game last
You want
night?
to call it a football game? I wish I was watching the hockey game. I don't have access to that, but I was watching the footballs.
Right.
So.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that don't have access to some football now.
Yes, exactly.
Before we get into this, did you see what the damage was to television ratings? Because for those people who don't know, and there are people who don't because you're not necessarily digging into the minutia of all of it, but I was for probably 4 years a YouTube TV customer.
Yeah.
Now, I am not in any ways, we're back with Spectrum. And I'm not in any way suggesting, oh, you should do Spectrum. It's not about that. I've said for years, and this goes back 20 years, all of the ways we get TV in our home, however you do it, whether it was satellite, cable, now YouTube or other streaming service, they're basically all the same.
Mm-hmm.
And the price ultimately gets close enough where you're basically all the same.
Yeah.
But if you are a YouTube TV customer right now, you don't have access to any Disney channel. Whether it's Disney, whether it's ABC, that affiliate, ESPN, and the 46 channels that they operate, you don't have access to that. So last weekend was the first college football weekend since the blackout, I guess.
Right.
And the ratings drop was substantial.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think I have this right. It was 21% lower. Right.
Wow, that's significant.
Yes. And like the advertisers know about it. Like, wait a second. Right. So I'm not defending anybody's position here. I'm not defending Disney. I'm not defending YouTube. I really don't know the different, who really is at fault here.
Yeah.
I will say that the networks, with the amount of people who are cutting the cord, even though a lot of these people are still in some way accessing what they need to access. But with a lot of people cutting the cord, Disney is trying to make that up on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And look, again, not advocating for anything, but the television ratings dropped dramatically.
That is big.
So I don't anticipate this dispute going on that much longer, but there's a lot of things I don't anticipate going on that much longer that are
and here we are.
Probably going to go on that much longer. Yes, that's another thing. Like, who knows? I mean, are we going to be here Monday? I don't know. Anyway, if we are going to be here Monday, the show's we got the show booked. So, Brian Geisinger is going to join us Monday. We're going to talk hoops on Monday. We're going to kind of play catch up with everything. Although we're going to talk hoops today. Yeah. Chucky Brown is going to join us. We have talked about Duke and we have talked about Carolina basketball. We haven't really dug in to NC State that much. We're going to do that with Chucky Brown, Wolfpack legend, who is now part of the radio broadcast crew. So Chucky's going to stop by. It was an impressive win over NC Central earlier in the week. And they're going to ease into their schedule a little bit. I think they play UAB, so they can just kind of ease into it.
Mm-hmm.
But they've got plenty of games. They're going to Maui, so a lot of fun. Maybe Chucky's just doing it this year so he gets to go to Maui.
Probably. Hey, I would.
See if he's packed already.
That's smart.
We're not that far from it. I think Maui's, isn't it later this month?
Yeah.
I think is the Maui Invitational. All right, we got tons to do. Let's do it.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started.
So you've heard people refer to, like, when a game just is wild all over the place, you've heard people to refer to the game as being drunk, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have multiple times.
Yes. So the Hurricanes in the Wild, that game was smashed.
Oh.
3 sheets to the wind. I don't even know what that means, other than I know what it means, but I don't know why that has something to do with being hammered.
A lot of storm brewing.
I'm telling you that the game had to be cut off. We had to send the bartenders like, nope, we're not serving you people anymore. It was 4-3, less than 1 minute into the second period.
What?
Yes. 4-3, less than 1 minute into the second period.
Wow.
It was bananas. All right, so here's how it worked. Hurricanes actually had a couple of good scoring chances early, and then probably not a great. They had to kill a penalty. Mark Jankowski went to the penalty box for I thought a bad call. Regardless, Hurricanes killed it. Jankowski's out of the penalty box, makes a great defensive play to bother Kirill Kaprizov, who he was walking in on Freddie. And Jankowski essentially takes the puck away from him, but he doesn't take the puck for him. He just knocks it off of his stick. And it just kind of drifts in on Freddie, who couldn't find the handle, and all of a sudden the puck is sitting there and Matt Boldy taps it into an empty net. So, I really need Freddie to cover that puck. That was not a good goal to allow, considering how good Carolina had been to that point. So, Minnesota goes up. Then, about, I don't know how many minutes later, 6 minutes later, something like that, Tyler Pitlick, who I called Taylor Pitlick on the podcast for 30 minutes.
Oh, whoops.
I apologize to Tyler Pitlick's family or anybody who was offended by the fact that I kept calling him Taylor. But anyway, Tyler Pitlick is a bad hit on Jalen Chatfield. Now, the NHL's Department of Player Safety has already weighed in and said they're not going to issue any further discipline. And okay, that's fine. I don't really care. As long as it's not somebody with a reputation of being, that kind of player.
Nasty.
Then I don't need to know that player has been suspended. I mean, I certainly can see where that was not an intentional hit. That it was simply, Chatfield might have been a little bit lower. His head might have been a little bit lower. I did think the initial point of contact was the chin, but I also don't think he didn't leave his feet, didn't launch into him. He just finished the hit. And I think Chatfield was just his head was just a little bit lower than Tyler Pitlick probably thought. And it's a bad hit, and I think the call was right. Match penalty. So he's out. But I don't think the NHL needs to do any supplemental discipline here. That was my own view. And it's okay. I don't really care either way. Because what do I care if Tyler Pitlick plays the next game or not, or the next 2 games or not? So, heck, I mean, I think you might like the fact that Tyler Pitlick is playing. Anyway, so real quick about Jalen Chatfield, we don't know. He left the game, didn't come back. It's obvious why, right? He was a little wobbly. He stayed down on the ice for a little bit, got to his knees, but basically stayed down on the ice. So, I mean, I think we can all assume head injury. Mm-hmm. Let's hope he's okay. And however long it takes for him to get back to the physical standard that he needs to be at to play, that's fine. If it's 3 weeks, 6, I don't care. Whatever, just come back. But I don't need to know the other player has gotten fined or suspended or anything like that. The response to that hit, though, was from the captain, Jordan Stahl.
Yeah.
They were honoring his 910th game as a Hurricane, which is now first alone atop the Hurricanes franchise list. Past his brother. His brother was at 909. Jordan tied that Tuesday in New York, and he broke it and now holds it, by himself at 910 games played with the franchise, with the Hurricanes. So they, there's a little bit about that. And then after they, did the congratulations on Jordan, blah, 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 it was in the next sequence that Pitlick hits Chatfield, Stahl grabs him, and just starts punching him.
He was just jacked from all the adrenaline, I
Might
guess.
have been from all of the honoring.
The excitement.
He just couldn't care less. He really couldn't care less about that. So we had a bad goal because I thought Freddie should have stopped the first one. We had a bad hit. Then we had a fight. Then we had a bad man. Jackson Blake. He's legit.
Love him.
That move, first of all, it's 4-on-4 hockey for a while. It was, it wasn't. Blake scored to make it 1-1. And the play was beautiful in that Blake is starting to come out of his own end, and then he realizes he's going to be cut off. So he circles back and starts it over. And Kaprizov was behind him, couldn't catch him, tried to pull him back with the stick, but couldn't get close enough. And he just weaved around everybody else like they were buoys in the off the coast of the Atlantic, right? Like out in the Outer Banks. Mm-hmm. And he just ripped a wrist shot far side past Gustafsson to make it 1-1. It was a great goal. It was a goal that I'm sure Jackson Blake scored 14 times while he was at the University of North Dakota.
Yeah.
I'm sure he scored plenty of goals like that because there was no defense for that. So he scores. Then Minnesota scores to go back up 2-1. 21 seconds after Minnesota scored, Andrei Svechnikov took a pass from Alexander Nikishin, skated around to Minnesota Wild defenders, and put one short side past Gustafsson. There were 3 goals like in less than a minute. It was crazy.
Wow. Nobody go to the bathroom.
No.
You'll miss it.
I couldn't I couldn't I make notes.
Yeah, right.
I'm writing. Like, wait, what's stop
Something
it?
else happened.
So Sean Walker scores right before the end of the period to make it 3-2. Gustafsson is not playing very well. If you have Philip Gustafsson on your fantasy hockey team, drop him because he is no good right now. And then we start the third period. And I'm sorry, the second period. Minnesota's on the power play. They score a power play goal like 25 seconds in. And they tie it at 3. 9 seconds later, the Hurricanes have the lead again. 9. And the play was, again, made by Jackson Blake. It's the opening faceoff. It's the faceoff right after the goal. The line of Blake, Stankoven, and who was playing? And Ehlers is on the ice. Blake steals the puck along the wall. He gets it forward. He passes it across to Ehlers for an easy tap in. It was just unbelievable how quickly Carolina got the lead back. And then we were done.
Yeah.
we had less than 21 minutes. We had 7 goals. We had 45 minutes of penalties. We had 2 injuries, one of which cost somebody the entire game, Jalen Chatfield. Mike Riley got hit in the Rileys in the first period, but he was recovered enough to play the rest of the game. We had 1 ejection. Tyler Pitlick was given a match penalty, and Jordan Stahl had 17 minutes of penalties.
Wow.
Because he had 2 minutes for the instigator, 5 minutes for fighting, and 10-minute misconduct. Of course, on NHL.com, they actually listed it as a game misconduct. So I was like, all right, so Jordan Stahl's not playing anymore today. That's fine. It sucks, but, it is what it is. And then he's on the ice, and I'm like, all right, I'm confused. Because it said game misconduct on the league's website. As it turns out, it was just a 10-minute misconduct, not a game misconduct. And so he comes back. And the 10-minute misconduct is automatic if for an instigator. All right, there you go. Because nobody did anything to Jordan. But Jordan, at least not physically, but maybe emotionally. Yeah. you got to the captain. Anyway, one more. I want you to hear from Rod Brindamore here. So let's do this. I just mentioned that 21 minutes of gong show, and then it looked like a very, very tight game. Here's the head coach.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it was tough to get the game going with the penalties, and then it kind of settled down, and I thought we played a pretty good second period after that, and then third period was fine too. It was just they got some talented players too, and they created some chances. And, again, I thought it was good effort, especially considering we're down to 5D, and the young guys that are playing back there did a great job.
One day, Rod will be impressed by something. One day. I don't know. Maybe he's impressed by Stankoven centering Ehlers and Blake.
Blake's probably the one that needs the most credit for tonight. I mean, both those, the one goal is all him, and then the other one's just a great pass. But yeah, all those 3 guys are, have that ability, and then, 2 of those guys especially just hound pucks like crazy and keep getting it back, and can't say enough of the work that they did tonight. That was that's why we won the game.
Yeah, they're fun to watch. I am here to watch Jackson Blake and Logan Stankoven play. And, we were hoping that Ehlers would pair well with Aho and Jarvis. Don't worry about it. Ehlers, Blake, and Stankoven looks like it's going to have much more chemistry. It's small, but honestly, almost anybody they put with Stankoven and Blake, the line's going to be small.
Yeah. Well, now the seal broke for Ehlers, so we're good to go. He's ready to score all the time.
He was just in the right place, man. Blake, Rod didn't even realize, and I think he'll say it today, it was Blake who forced the turnover that led to the 2-on-1. Blake actually deflected the pass and stole it, and even though he kicked the puck up, it might have hit off a Wild defender. I don't think Carolina got another assist on it, but the pass across was elite to Ehlers. If Ehlers didn't score there, he was never going to score.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great play by Blake. He has been awesome. The blue line got Keandre Miller back last night, and then, of course, they lose Jalen Chatfield. Hopefully Chatfield won't be gone too long. Keandre Miller was awesome. Absolutely awesome last night. Here's the head coach.
Yeah, his reach is incredible, and because he's so fast, he can close quick. And he broke up, I don't know, many, opportunities for the other team, and then created a bunch for us. So, for a guy who missed a couple weeks, that was pretty impressive coming back.
He was, again, Rod, that's elation to Rod.
Right, yeah.
To be honest, Miller was awesome. He was actually reminded me a lot of the things we see Jacob Slavin do. His play with his stick to break up plays was awesome. He's a really good skater, and I thought that was noticeable last night. You didn't realize, Carolina defended really well against the Rangers in New York. But when you have a player like Miller who is so electric with the puck on his stick, he can get where he needs to go. It just makes everything you do easier when your defenseman can transport the puck and get the puck up quickly. For the most part, even though Carolina, they beat the Rangers, the Islander game is an outlier because the Islanders were trash. It's noticeable when your defensemen are veterans and they can still play. Obviously, Miller's just 25. He's going to be able to still play for at least another 5 or 6 years. And then when you get into your early 30s, that's when you go, what does he have left? Mm-hmm. But he was incredible last night. I still think that Sean Walker has been their MVP through now the first 13 games of the season. They were really, really good last night. And Taylor Hall looks to me like he fits with Jordan Stahl and Jordan Martinook.
I like it.
Yeah. A few years ago it was Nino Niederreiter who was there. And he had a great year, blah, blah, blah. I think that could be a good fit for Taylor Hall. Mm-hmm. How does he process playing with Stahl and Martinook? I don't know. There would be players that would not want it because, you're not going to get a chance to score. I'm like, they have the puck. Mm-hmm. If you're a goal scorer, although he's more of a setup guy, although he did set up Martinook on a odd man chance that Martinook beat the goalie but not the post. He hit the crossbar like almost flush. If it's 2 inches lower, I think it goes bar down and in. It was that good a shot, but just a little bit elevated. But Carolina was really good, and with the blue line getting healthy, I think we'll see them start getting back to their game, which is puck possession, tons of shots, and enough finish to score 3 to 4 goals a game. Mm-hmm. Right now, they did it yesterday. They got back to it. I think Miller does matter. So, all right, real quick to the NFL.
Oof.
What? What do you mean, oof?
We were talking about, this super exciting game, and it's a gong show,
yeah.
And this one's a snooze fest.
So, I did not watch it. I'm driving home, and I'm going, that's right, the NFL played tonight. Let's see what the score is. What? That's the score?
Glad I took the under.
10-7?
Yeah.
10-7? Look, the Broncos have won 7 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So I will ask you the question, Victoria.
Yes.
Are the Broncos the best bad team you've ever seen or the worst good team you've ever seen?
Yeah, it's a great question. I'm going to have to go with yes.
I think they're a good team.
Yeah, with ugly wins.
And I'm going to go through them. I'm going to go through they've won 7 in a row. Yeah. It's not, I don't care how bad you are, what the competition is. It's hard for any team to win 7 in a row in the NFL.
The Raiders last night were definitely like, here, you have it.
So they beat the Raiders all of 10-7. Mm-hmm. In Denver. It's not like they went to Vegas.
I know.
And lost and won 10-7.
We just watched baseball games with higher scores.
You're supposed to try and entertain your home fans.
Yeah.
When you go on the road, you don't care. You're not there to entertain anybody. So they beat the Raiders 10-7. The previous weekend, they beat Houston 18-15. We're certainly hearing different scores.
Mm-hmm.
In a normal game, they beat Dallas 44-24. Way to go. They beat the Giants in Denver 33-32. You did what? You allowed the Giants to score how many?
I know.
And in London, they beat the Jets 13-11.
It's crazy. But look at all of those, except the Dallas game, are like by 2.
Right.
All of them.
And Houston's no good this year. The Raiders are terrible.
Yeah.
I saw where Amy Trask, who used to be a front office executive with the Raiders under Al Davis, thinks that it's a very real possibility that Pete Carroll will get fired this year. This is his first year back coaching. He's with the Raiders. So you win by 3. The Raiders are terrible. The week before, you won by 3 at Houston. Houston's offense is awful, but you could only put 18 points on the board. And I don't think they weren't 6 field goals. I think they scored 1 touchdown still. You have the big win over Dallas. Honestly, Dallas is a mess.
Mm-hmm.
At home, you allowed the Giants to score 32 on your defense.
Mm-hmm.
And you beat the Jets 13-11 in London.
Yet Vegas still insists on making the spread over a touchdown.
Well,
make that make sense.
Like, I don't know why I took the over, but I had the Raiders plus 8.5.
Yeah.
And I should have gone under, but I just had this weird notion that Denver would score and it wouldn't matter if the Raiders scored. But what I didn't calculate was that nobody was going to score.
Right.
10-7. Play the second half next time.
Yeah.
Do that.
So bad.
It was not good. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk a little state hoops with Chucky Brown. Certainly a very good opener for the Wolfpack. We'll find out what Chucky liked the most next.
Delivering more hits than the Canes forecheck.
Shoot, he scores!
The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
For the Panthers, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. If it's Andy Dalton, if it's Bryce Young, if it's hurt Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, whoever it is, it comes down to one thing. The team isn't good enough to overcome turnovers. Protect the football. Whether your ankle's hurt or not, don't turn it over and let the defense and running game do the rest.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Hey, what do you say? John Forsland here for my friends at Buffalo Brothers. I travel coast to coast covering hockey. But when I'm back home, I head to my home away from home, Buffalo Brothers, for the best wings on the planet. You can't beat their specials at all 5 of their Triangle locations. Every pro football game day, you can get Miller Lite Draft for $4.50 and Blue Moon Draft for $5.50. Pet-friendly patio too. BuffBrothers.com. Aw, man. Now I want wings.
Right now, the Salvation Army of Wake County desperately needs food pantry donations.
At Salvation Army, our food pantry is almost empty. We used to serve close to 40 families. Now we've cut down to less than 20. And even the stuff that we have for the families are not what we used to give to the families. We've reduced it drastically. Our pantry is almost empty.
If you're able, please donate any canned food, meat, vegetables, fruit, dry ingredients. Donations can be dropped off at 1863 Capitol Boulevard, Raleigh, or donate at wakearmy.org.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Gold.
I could give you 1,000 guesses. What do you think the dictionary.com word of the year is?
6-7.
That is the word of the year.
No kidding.
It is 6-7.
Are you joking?
Yes, it is 6-7 is the word of the year. A slang term that's been delighting kids, exasperating teachers, and befuddling adults for months.
If that isn't a promo, then I quit.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. I think that promo 6-7. Don't you?
Well, when we figure out what 6-7 is, then we
What do you mean? What's there to figure out?
It's dumb. That's what it is.
What's there to figure out? It's awesome.
It's crazy.
I told Jack in the car, you know what the word of the year is? He goes, what? I said it's 6-7. He just laughed.
Mm-hmm.
It's hysterical. It means nothing.
I know.
It just means nothing. And that's fantastic that it's now the word of the year. What a country.
Can we bring back cool story, bro? That way, like, us older millennials can be like, yeah, cool story, bro. I would love that.
There is nobody that is more down with the kids than Chucky Brown, a legend of NC State. My son, who I just referenced, has alerted me to your TikTok like 2 years ago. He absolutely adores you, so he'll be very excited that we talked state hoops. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. I wanted to ask you if you remember how tall I was.
6'7".
6'7".
There you go. That's great. That's awesome that Chucky Brown is 6'7". Oh, my gosh. That's so good. All right. Now you're part of the Wolfpack Radio Network, so the positive vibes are all over the place. Look, this is not patronizing. You are Mr. Positive Vibes. I have never seen Chucky Brown in a bad mood, ever. So I appreciate you coming on to talk Pack. But the positive vibes around this program, you can feel them. You have been able to feel them for months since the hiring of Will Wade. What jumps out to you about the new coach?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. And I just think he's come in with a positive vibe. I think he's come in and he just has spoken positivity, like just belief in himself and belief in his team. And I think you have to speak it into the atmosphere, for it to happen. And I think he's done that.
He certainly has. I know he's been talking a big game, and I think he should. I think this is an excellent team, and I think their sights should be set on winning a championship. I think they're good enough to do it. And the thing that jumps out to me about this team first, I know they're good, but they are big, Chucky. There are guys who are bigger than 6'7" on this team.
Yeah, we have some size, and I also think we have the ability to play with like different lineups. Like right now, you could play like Darian Williams can play the 4 right now. He's been playing a little 4, but I think he's going to be able to play some 3. You can throw Jerry Dang out there at the 4. You could be athletic. You just have a lot of different options, and then you have Holloman can run the point. You know what I'm saying? You have I can't think of the name right now, but the other kid that came with him from the New State, it's like 6'6".
Kadir Copeland.
Kadir Copeland. I always have trouble pronouncing the name.
Right.
Kadir Copeland. Kadir Copeland can play a point as well. So, and he can play like 1, 2, 3, and may get a little bit of 4.
Yeah.
Because he has good size. So you have the ability to play with all different types of lineups, man. It's just going to be very interesting, and it's going to be beautiful to see.
What's interesting to me, Chucky Brown is joining us here in the Adam Gold Show, now part of the NC State basketball broadcast crew. Paul McNeil, he's not a transfer. He's the guy who's been here, but he's legit too, and he's got size, 6'5". We talked all about Duke's team last year and how they didn't have a starter who was under 6'5". And I think State's only got one in term. I think Holloway or Holloman is or is it Holloway? Holloway is under is like 6'2". Everybody else is 6'5" or bigger. So it's the same thing. This is an NBA looking team.
Right. I love McNeil. The fact that he, after the South Carolina game, we interviewed him after the game, and he was saying how he stayed and bet on himself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. I mean, that was – and then for him to hit that shot and the kind of year that he had coming to the end of the year last year, it's just – I think that shot is going to pole vault him into a great season this year. He's a confident kid, and, he's one of my favorite players, and the kid Abel. I really like the kid Matt Abel, being a young kid. And I mean, young man, I ain't going to call them kids. They're young men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I love Abel and just how he's come in and, he doesn't play like a freshman, you know what I'm saying? So I think he's going to add a lot. Like you said, everybody has some size. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see because you can move McNeil to the 3. You can play 3 guards. You might can play 4 guards with Copeland, you know what I'm saying, in there as well if you have to play against a lineup like that. So it's just going to be interesting. And I'm excited. And, I hadn't been excited in a while. So, I mean, I'm excited. It's been a little bit, but and I've been around here a while, but I'm really excited. And just the energy that's been brought to the program has just been awesome.
Chucky Brown is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. I think I got the name right and wrong 4 times. Trey Holloman, the transfer from Michigan State. Matt Abel is somebody that's starting to pop up on like NBA watch lists as well. And that's something I'm not going to say it's been missing from State, but it's kind of been missing from State. Those dynamic freshmen that kind of take everybody by storm. But he is a do-it-all. These guys can all shoot too. 19 of 40 from 3-point range against NC Central. Real quick before I ask you a couple of more things about Coach Wade, Chucky Brown is joining us here. What do you take out of the game? Because Central's obviously not at the same level, although they have a couple of nice players, and Lavelle Moten has his team ready, but they're not at the same at that level. So what do you take out of a game like that, and what can we take out of tonight against UAB?
Well, I think you take out of a game like Central, like NC State came and handled business and did what they were supposed to do. The younger guys got an opportunity to come out and get an opportunity to play. So you could take that from it, but it took care of business. Now, if NC State was down to the wire with Central, now NC State got a little bit of a something to think about now. You know what I'm saying? But it came out and took care of business, so that was good. I think out of a game like tonight, UAB is going to be tougher, a little tougher than Central. They're going to be, probably better players. Their press is going to be a little bit better. So now, you have to look at this game, and NC State probably has to come in, take care of the ball, because UAB going to probably want to get out and run a little bit. They're going to shoot the ball a little better. So, you just have to come out. It's a game that you probably should win. But
right.
It's a game that, you could lose too, because, look in the past, UAB has been around. Like last year, I think they went to the NIT final, I remember seeing them playing out one of those California teams. I remember because it was up late. I was up late watching basketball, and I remember them being up late playing. But usually those teams that make the NIT and they make it to like that Final Four of the NIT, they're usually good enough to be in the tournament. You know what I'm saying? And you play anybody in the tournament, they're going to be good. So they're going to be a good team. Andy Kennedy's a good coach. He's been around a long time. He was able to learn from Bob Huggins. He was a former NC State guy. Good guy. So he's going to have his team ready. So NC State just has to be ready. It's a good thing that we're playing them at home, and hopefully the fans come out again like they did on a Monday. They came out. So on a Friday, come on out again on a Friday too.
Absolutely.
So hopefully they show up tonight and able to help energize the team.
All right, so there were a couple of old touches. We had the decibel meter, which of course is not scientific. It's complete. It's a complete farce, but who cares? That's cool. Did you dig the retro unis?
Oh, I love the retro unis. Those were actually before I came to NC State.
Those are more David Thompson era unis.
Yeah, they're more David Thompson, Lorenzo Charles, Roselle McQueen, Wittenberg, and them cats. So we had NC State on ours, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I love the retro. I love them.
I think I think it's a sharp look. It's a clean look. So did I get this right? Coach Wade was mad at the team for not playing defense to his standards. He actually there was a public statement basically threatening retribution in some way. Obviously not physical retribution, if they're not going to play defense the way I want them to play. Is that Will Wade?
I didn't hear that, but you have to have a certain standard, and there were he pointed out there were some defensive lapses that they had. And you have to have a standard, and if he has a certain standard, he didn't want to turn the ball over more than I think it was 10 to 12 times, and they did that. They didn't turn it over that many times, so that was a good standard to have. So you have to have some standards. So if they didn't meet his defensive standard, hey, listen, you got to pay for that in practice. You pay for that.
No doubt about it. Final thing for Chucky Brown. Because I was watching the game when Will Wade got the technical foul. It didn't. They were winning by 40 at the time. I couldn't fathom that he's barking at the referees, but maybe he was. What did he get the tech for? Who was he mad at?
Well, he said it. I was at the radio show. He did say why he got the tech. It made sense. I think he was upset about a couple of calls that weren't made, and rightfully so, because the game had gotten out of hand. Sometimes the officials may let a little bit go. You know what I'm saying? Like where if it was a tighter game, they might have made that call. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. But I think it was something with a call that hadn't been made that probably would have been made if it was a tighter game.
All right, it was just. Like, why are we going nuts here? But it's fine. I actually thought he was yelling at, one of his own players and maybe said some things he shouldn't have said, and that's why I got the tech. But look, if he's barking at the referees up 40, by all means, go have at it. But I'm looking forward. It's going to be a great year. The Triangle is going to be a blast in the ACC this year. And I know you're going to have a good time. Chucky Brown. NC State legend and now part of the radio crew. Appreciate it. We'll talk again as often as you'll answer the phone.
Well, thank you. Well, I always answer. When I see your number pop up, I always answer.
You're the man. I appreciate you, Chucky. Take care.
All right, thank you.
You got it. Chucky Brown here at 52. Chucky Brown 52. In case you weren't sure. When that was my kid played basketball as a freshman. He wore 52.
Oh, look at that.
And I told him it was Buck Williams. I didn't know it was – I didn't remember it was Chucky Brown, too.
Should have been 6'7".
It's my fault. Yeah, well, Dad, Jack says that a lot. But he's talking about height.
So gross.
Not –
There's also just what's the
wrong?
next thing? It's just so weird. The language is, I don't know.
You just got to get with it.
I know. I got to
get
with it. You got to get with it.
It's tremendous. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We will do one-timers next.
Because your fantasy football team needs all the help it can get, the Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Adam Gold here from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Happy hour time. Wait a second. Happy hour. All right. Is that half-price drinks? No. Every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern, FanDuel's dropping limited-time specials to get you in the zone. Boosts, bonuses, surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo. It's your weekly pregame. NBA Happy Hour. Fridays, 6 to 7:30, only on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA, FanDuel.com/AGS, FanDuel.com/AGS. 21 and over and present in North Carolina. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and maximum wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
North Carolina ranks second in the nation in potential agricultural land lost by the year 2040. The NC Forever Farms program supports the preservation of family farms through permanent agricultural conservation easements and has received a record number of applications for 3 straight years. Landowners interested in preserving their working farm through the Farmland Preservation Division of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services can learn more by visiting ncadfp.org.
We had to exit the home pretty quickly because of how quickly the water came in. It was just really vital to me whenever all the public service announcements were going out, that we needed to get our water tested.
We need to, get in the field and start helping people disinfect their water supplies.
It's really critical to their health to be able to have that safe drinking water.
They were reaching out to me to make sure that I knew that there were resources available.
NC Public Health, everywhere, every day, everyone.
Are you looking for a 2-year hands-on agricultural degree while still gaining the university experience? I'm Lee Ivey, Director of the Agricultural Institute at NC State University. We offer 6 associate's degrees that span the agricultural industry and set our students up to meet their goals. Come live on campus, learn on our farms, and be a part of the NC State community. Learn more about our program online by searching NC State Ag Institute. 2 years, 1 degree, endless possibilities.
You don't need a 4-year degree to have a rewarding career that makes a difference in people's lives every day. As a public power line worker, you'll build and maintain a locally owned and operated electric system to keep the lights on in your community. 4 months in a community college program provides the training you need to begin your career as an apprentice line worker in public power. And being a local government employee in North Carolina comes with excellent benefits. To learn more about line worker and other public power careers, visit electricities.com.
The North Carolina Healthcare Association invites you to listen to this month's podcast, Conversations on the State of Healthcare. This month, we dive into a project that's making big waves in Charlotte and beyond. It's called The Pearl, a bold reimagining of how healthcare, education, and innovation come together. My guest, Hillary Crittenden, leads operations for The Pearl and has played an important role in its growth and development.
The Pearl is an innovation district. We brought together medical education, cutting-edge research, and really big and small players in the healthcare space who are advancing science in a really interesting way, all together in one place.
You can learn more and join our latest Conversations on the State of Healthcare wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, and find out more by visiting nchealthcare.org.
Gold. Gold.
I could give you 1,000 guesses. What do you think the dictionary.com word of the year is?
Ooh, 6'7".
That is the word of the year.
No kidding.
It is 6'7".
Are you joking?
Yes, it is 6'7" is the word of the year. A slang term that's been delighting kids, exasperating teachers, and befuddling adults for months.
If that isn't a promo, then I quit.
The Adam Gold Show.
I could hear that promo every break.
Yeah, I'm going to send Rusty some new audio. It's all right.
Every break I could hear it. It's so funny. It's just so funny. My favorite part of it is when Max said, I'll give you 1,000 guesses.
You don't need 1,000 guesses. That's the thing taking over the world.
Just pulled it out. Like,
I'm pretty
I don't know.
sure he probably saw where I keep some
Why you
of
hating?
my thing. No, I had bro. I come prepared for my 7th inning stretches. I got like 85 stories I could talk about. I literally could fill this 3-hour show with my random nonsense. So, yeah. But that was in there. I already knew about that. So, but I was off. The whole 6'7" thing.
So
Willie
good.
P's costume. Did he talk about that?
No,
or was that just with me?
Was he 6'7"?
That was one of our off camera conversations.
I saw people going as thing 1 and thing 2, but thing 6 and thing 7.
Yeah, no.
That's great.
Before Willie came on yesterday, we were, I was just talking to him, how was your Halloween,
Right.
yada yada. And he said him and his wife went as 6'7", where they just wore sweatshirts. It wasn't thing.
That's tremendous.
Thing.
Good for them.
Yeah, they were taking pictures with their neighbors. And all
Good
this
for
stuff,
them.
so.
That just shows you're into what the kids are into.
Yeah, I was like, oh, look at you, trendy.
Totally into it.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it time? It's time for one time.
Okay, so people, yes, you can still add questions on our YouTube stream. We've had that question on here. And kicking things off, we have, what does the near future look like for Nadeau? Keep him in the lineup, move him around, return to Chicago.
Well, right now they only have 12 forwards. He's one of them, so he stays. Here's what I would do. I would say Eric Robinson is probably a week away, maybe less, but let's say a week. After the weekend, because these games are rapid fire. They have games Saturday, then in Toronto on Sunday. And I think they play Tuesday back here against Washington. If Robinson can draw back in for that game, I keep Nadeau in the lineup. I don't get rid of him yet. I'll give him a few more games. I'd like to see this team with more puck possession and see what Nadeau can do. I have no idea what the head coach is going to do, but I would keep Nadeau. And right now, the way Mark Jankowski's playing, he stays in. And yes, Barry Kotkaniemi comes upstairs. He had some good moments last night, but I thought it was mostly, not great. And he might need like one final, dude, we need more from you consistently. His ceiling is much higher than Mark Jankowski. Jankowski should not be playing over him, but he's playing better than Kotkaniemi. And ultimately, that's going to make a lot of decisions easier. So, but I'd leave Nadeau in the game.
Yeah. Okay, next up, let's see here. So, who is the biggest fraud in the NFL right now? Quote, fraud.
Fraud. The biggest fraud in the NFL right now. Yeah, this is going to sound weird. I think they're playing each other this weekend. I think the Chargers and the Steelers are both frauds. I do.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers' defense isn't nearly as good as it needs to be. I think their offense is good, but it's not great. I think the Chargers are a mistake waiting to happen. And when their offensive line is compromised like it is right now, I think they're gettable. Don't ask me why I took the Chargers for the Hobag Survivor Pool selection, other than it meets all the criteria.
Yeah.
But I think those are the two biggest frauds, and they're playing each other.
Well, you're running out of options with the Hobag selection.
I could have taken the Panthers.
Yeah, exactly. This one, I forgot this one. It is bar hopping day for me, quote, bar hopping day. That's what I say on Twitter when I go to the gym. I'm like,
I get
Friday
it.
night at the bar.
Yeah,
like,
very nice. Very, very nice.
So, yes, that one is. This one for you. Adam, how do you become a Liverpool fan? Big weekend ahead for you. Hope my United can keep it going against the Spurs.
Yeah, United is playing at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Literally became a Premier League fan 4 years ago, and we're coming up on the 4-year anniversary of it because it happened in December of, I believe it was the 21-22 season. I think that's the year where City ended up with 93 points and Liverpool ended up with 92 at the end. And I don't know. Honestly, Mike DeCourcy of the Sporting News is probably the reason because he's a big Liverpool fan, but he did not he wouldn't full court pressing me on becoming a Liverpool fan. I did have a friend who was trying to make me become an Arsenal fan, and I just thought I want to be liked by people. I honestly think it's the Beatles. They're from Liverpool.
Okay.
I love the Beatles. I love the way they play. I just loved the way they played. And that's really what it was, but I made my jokes just there.
Still arguing whether hockey or golf has the tougher dress code? The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Hey, it's Adam Gold from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Looking ahead to an NBA weekend, and because it's Friday, it's Happy Hour Friday on FanDuel, America's #1 sports book for a lot of reasons. This is just one of them. It's actually a happy hour and a half. Even better. Speaks to like a boost. They have boosted the hour into an hour and a half. Go to FanDuel.com/AdamGold and get your NBA boost or bonus or surprise because it's a happy hour. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Quick, before the clock expires. 21 and over and present in North Carolina. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and maximum wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
For the Panthers, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. If it's Andy Dalton, if it's Bryce Young, if it's hurt Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, whoever it is, it comes down to one thing. The team isn't good enough to overcome turnovers. Protect the football. Whether your ankle's hurt or not, don't turn it over and let the defense and running game do the rest.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift it lets them dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats, holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Here's Megan with Parkway Sleep Centers.
Are sleepless nights affecting your life? Parkway Sleep Health Centers can help. We've treated sleep disorders in the Triangle and beyond for over 20 years. We offer sleep studies, office visits, CPAP machines, supplies, and more. And our streamlined process allows us to see you sooner and usually saves hundreds of dollars.
End sleep problems. Live your best life. Experience the Parkway Sleep difference. Visit parkwaysleep.com and start your journey to better sleep today. Parkway Sleep Health Centers. Sound sleep. Sound health.
It is I, Juan Carlos Santiago del Santiago, the coolest man in the world. Yes, I am back in Raleigh. Do I go downtown with so many places to party? No, I go to the Chucky's place. The good food, the fine drinks, the coldest of beers, and of course, the many, many beautiful people. I always hang at the Chucky's place, the coolest bar in the world, because, well, it was built for me. Juan Carlos Santiago del Santiago, the coolest man in the world. The Chucky's place, 8800 de Raleigh Road by the Shelley Station.
Stay informed with The Rundown, the daily newsletter from High School OT that delivers high school sports news and insights straight to your inbox. Brought to you by High School OT and powered by our sponsors, First Carolina Bank and Smith Douglas Homes. Subscribe to The Rundown at highschoolot.com.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
This hour of the Triangle Sports Leader is powered by Ritchie Law Firm, injury lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
Broadcasting live from the Lenovo Studios. WCMC HD1 Holly Springs. 99.9 The Fan. The Triangle Sports Leader.
They need to believe that they're the underdogs every week. Like, Vegas needs to stop favoring them, because then, you're playing from feeling like, well, everybody's counting us out. Nobody thinks we can win. And once, you start to give them a little bit of confidence and give them the vote of confidence from Vegas, it messes with the organization's head. I don't know. There's something weird there. I can tell you that my husband, Teddy, has been a lot happier as a Panthers fan. It has not been, like, as gloom and doomy as it usually is this time of year. A lot of my friends who are Panthers fans have not been as harmed by watching the team as in other years.
What a compliment. A lot of Panthers fans don't hate themselves as much this year as they have in years past.
Yeah. Self-misery on a Sunday.
Been fun, though. Right?
It has.
4 out of 5 wins.
Yeah.
That's been good.
A little bit of a surprise.
In the playoff mix, whether they make it or not, just being in the mix is good. Do you remember, Victoria, and I'm not suggesting that it's going to take the same pattern. By the way, it's the Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold. Victoria is here. You can watch the show on YouTube. Go to YouTube, search Adam Gold Show or 99.9 The Fan, or get out your trusty smartphone and download the 99.9 The Fan app. And simple, free, and you can watch the show right there on your phone or your tablet. I assume the app is also good for the tablet.
Yeah.
But, I don't really know these things for a fact since I don't own a tablet.
Nah, it should be.
Should be. It should be. Yeah, I don't know. So, a couple of years ago, before they became this juggernaut, when Dan Campbell was hired by the Detroit Lions,
Mm-hmm.
they had a tough year the first year, right?
They did.
Bad year. And then it looked like they were having another tough year. They were. And then all of a sudden, they kind of caught fire at the end. As a matter of fact, I believe the Panthers beat them late. That kind of derailed their late run at a playoff bid. I think they beat them at Bank of America Stadium. I could be wrong, but I thought I remembered that happening. Anyway, the Lions won, I think, the last game of the regular season in Green Bay to, I think, keep the Packers out of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere in that year, that second year, the Lions' turnaround began. And I'm not suggesting that's what is happening with the Panthers. But the Lions weren't really a playoff team. Except things started to fall into place for them, and you could see that they were building something. Now, the competition is about to ramp up, not necessarily this week against the Saints, but even though the Falcons have been a mess, on the road in Atlanta against a capable football team, they just are way too inconsistent. That's going to be a big test, and you do have the 49ers and Rams they're playing this week. It's a great NFL weekend, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Just a dynamite NFL weekend. But you've got, the challenges are getting stiffer. And we'll see how Carolina reacts to these games. Can you compete? Can you give yourself a chance late third quarter into the fourth quarter that, yeah, we do this, we have a chance to win the game? Because then we're talking about real progress. And I'm not talking about the way they beat Green Bay, which bore everybody to death. You may not remember this, but this goes back now to the Matt Doherty era of UNC basketball. Is one year where, man, they were just booty. They were no good. And at the ACC tournament, they decided, you know what, we're just going to take the air out of the ball and try to put Duke to sleep. So the score was a lot lower, but it was still a 20-point loss. And that's just a strategy. We don't have the players to compete with you, so we are going to make the game shorter, try to frustrate you, and that's what they did to the Packers. And it worked. Credit to the Panthers for devising that game plan, executing it well, and shame on the Packers for being so impatient, because they were impatient and frustrated. They drove all day. They didn't punt.
Yeah.
Turnover on downs, 2 turnovers, right? A fumble and an interception. So, the Panthers really never stopped them. Sort of, they did a little bit. They averaged 50 yards a drive. But the Panthers put them in a mindset where they sort of lost their way a little bit. But let's see if the Panthers can toe-to-toe after, again, this should be a win over the Saints, and nobody is assuming anything, but they're better than the Saints. But starting with the game in Atlanta, what are the Panthers going to do? How are they going to handle what we assume will be some prosperity and a legitimate chance with a win maybe that you don't expect? And I said a couple of weeks ago, I put the 49er game, even though it's in San Jose, I put that in the category of, yeah, I can see them winning that. San Francisco is an injured mess still, even though they've got a great record. They're 5-3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? They have, great. That great's doing a lot of work there. But it's a very good record, and they are a good team. But I think that's a winnable game. I don't think they're beating the Rams no matter where they play that game, but you never know. But I want to see how they handle, it's not necessarily prosperity, but how they handle being in this situation. Now, it's sitting here in front of you if you are willing and good enough to take it. That is very, very cool to see in terms of a development piece for this team, this franchise, this group of players, this coaching staff, just to see how they handle this opportunity. I think it will be fascinating. How you approach the Saints game. I hope they don't play this game like they played the Jets game.
Yeah.
The Jets game, the Jets were a total wreck, and the Panthers were just, at best, they were a C. And they got away with it because the Jets couldn't make them pay for their own mediocrity when they played up there at MetLife Stadium. So I think it's going to be fascinating. I look forward to seeing what the Panthers do with it because, look, this could be the start. Not start, but the continuation of something good and a different mindset.
Yeah.
So I'm, for you as a Panthers fan,
it would be nice.
I wish you well. Are you ready for Minute Takes? All right, we'll start Triangle ACC football. Duke's at UConn. UConn's good. This is a losable game for Duke. It doesn't really matter because Duke could lose this game, win the next 3, and they're more than likely in the ACC championship game with a chance to win that game and go to the college football playoff, which would be amazing. Of course, Duke would have 4 losses in the college football playoff, which would be a laughingstock. But I think they still need to win it because I think this game is an indication of what's coming. And as for North Carolina and Stanford at Kenan Stadium, by the way, the Tar Heels are 7.5-point favorites. If they could be 7.5-point favorites over anybody, this is a chance to prove that last week wasn't about Syracuse being totally inept. I want to see continued improvement from the defense and maybe a little bit extra from the offense, but I don't anticipate a great offensive performance at all.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
All
Just
right.
like we'll see how the Panthers do at home. They don't have the squeaky clean undefeated record at home like they used to. However, this is a division rivalry, and you should never feel safe in those because this is giving me also big Jets game vibes almost, but at home versus on the road. I feel like the Saints have the ability to embarrass them for no reason. So the Panthers need to avoid sloppy mistakes like the Raiders made last night. I think they need to stick with running the ball, using Rico, because that's obviously done well. They need to eat up as much clock as they can. Like I said, don't have sloppy mistakes. And the defense needs to, stay strong with it. They've got this new QB that they started last week, Tyler, and he didn't do terrible, but we'll see how he can do at the bank. Also, New Orleans, their only win is against the Giants, which that's not saying a lot.
No,
so
it's not.
Hopefully the Panthers.
It was the second start for Jackson Dart. They turned it over 4 times in that game or something like that.
Exactly.
All right. Now, I mentioned before, this is a great NFL week.
Yes.
There are probably 5 awesome matchups. Patriots are on the road in Tampa. The Buccaneers are a little banged up. They've been that way pretty much all year, but they have a dynamite defense. Josh McDaniels knows how to create offense. They are loving Drake May right now. They can do both. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. It's a dynamic offense. He looks like a future star. And I think they're going to Tampa to beat the Buccaneers. I don't think anybody believes the Patriots are going to continue this winning streak, but I do. I think New England is going down there. They are going to beat Tampa. And when the Panthers win to go to 6-4, we're going to look up on Monday morning and go, wait a second, could this be a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it could actually be a thing. I like it. That's going to be a really fun game, actually.
Yep.
I'm excited for it. I'm also excited for this next one, Eagles and Packers. We know that the Packers are coming off of a loss handed by the Panthers, so they're going to try to have a bounce back with this one. However, Green Bay has lost 3 straight of the 4 with the last meetings with Philadelphia, so that might be in their kitchen a little bit, but the Packers are dealing with injuries, obviously. The Eagles, they have rest, they've got momentum, they also have the physicality, and they have somebody named Saquon Barkley. So there's that. A.J. Brown, when he's not pouting. Those combinations, exactly. These Packers, if they want to be in the playoffs, they have the playoff urgency because they need to win these games. They should have been winning games before, so now they've got that weighing over their shoulder. This is going to be a tough one for the Packers. I'm leaning Eagles with this one, and it's only, 2.5?
2.5. Packers are a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
So think about the Packers this year. They are 5-2-1. Is it 5-2? I think they're 5-2-1, either 5-2-1 or 6-2-1. Their 2 losses are to the Browns and Jets, who happen to play each other Browns and Panthers. By the way, Browns play the Jets this week. And their tie is with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing?
Woof.
All right. Next to, again, another fascinating game. Rams are at the 49ers. 49ers are 4.5-point home underdogs. Now, my wife's a 49ers fan, and she hates the Rams.
Is she insulted?
Well, no, she's not insulted. She hates the Rams because, in her mind, the 49ers always lose to the Rams. Never mind that they swept them for 4 straight years while she was telling me this. But The 49ers won the game at SoFi, like in week 3 or week 4, something like that, where the Rams should not have lost. It was, again, a field goal kicking mess for them. The Rams might be the best team in the entire league. And I realize that changes week to week, but, man, they should really be undefeated.
Yeah.
San Francisco's very good, but I think the Rams are great.
Well,
all right, you're
I'm
up.
excited for that one, and I'm excited for organized violence. A little punch and fight this weekend. So UFC is still in Vegas. It's 111. I know a lot of people are not as excited about Apex cards, but I am because they're still fun, and you never know. The Bonfim brothers are back at it on the same card, and the main event is Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown. Now, Bonfim, he typically wins by submission, 70%. Brown, he kind of dabbles in all of the areas, knockouts, submissions, decisions. So with this one, I think it's going to be key that Bonfim takes him to the mat. I could see that happening, especially because Brown has a bigger reach. So for the bettors out there, I would take Bonfim, and I would take it by submission because that's how he likes to do it. So, and I want to say the last time both Bonfim brothers were on the same card, both of them won. Fun little fact. So
Interesting.
they're like a tag team.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. We'll see.
All right, my last one, and then we're going to wrap it up. Tripp Tracy is joining us coming up in just a few minutes. I was going to do the Liverpool-Man City game here, but I'm not going to because tonight at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, Charlotte FC hosts NYC FC for a spot in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Wilfred Zaha is available. He will come off the left. You've got Toklamade up top, who has been a goal-scoring machine. Vargas also outstanding in attack. And I think, unlike what happened in the first match at home when Zaha was not unavailable because of a red card suspension, I think they get it done. But I think there will be goals in this match, unlike what we saw in New York at Yankee Stadium on that mini baseball pitch. I think on the field that they play on at Bank of America Stadium, I think Charlotte FC wins it 2-1 and advances to the next round of the MLS playoffs. Nice. They become the first team to lose their first match at home and win their next two to advance. So go do it for the crown. I think that's their hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do, when we place bets later, I'll talk about City and Liverpool. All right, Tripp Tracy will join us on the other side. We'll talk about Keandre Miller's return, Sean Walker's emergence, and more next.
His Zamboni is bigger than yours. The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Hey, Carolina Panthers fans, it's Dennis Cox from 99.9 The Fan. For all the inside information on your team, join me and my co-host, WRAL TV's Chris Lee, for our podcast, Panthers Playbook, presented by Wake Orthopedics. In every episode, we'll keep you up to date on your Panthers, and we'll do it with access only we can provide. Locker room insight, exclusive interviews, and in-depth looks at every Panthers game. Follow and subscribe to Panthers Playbook wherever you discover your favorite podcasts or watch on YouTube.
In today's world, financial wellness is more important than ever. I'm Amanda Mangum from Aspire Money Management, here to help you achieve peace of mind with your finances. Whether it's managing expenses, planning for unforeseen events, or investing wisely, we're dedicated to empowering you with knowledge and support. Take control of your financial health now. Visit AspireMoneyManagement.net to schedule your free consultation. That's AspireMoneyManagement.net. Together, we can help you pave the way to a more successful future.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Get ready, Durham. The CIAA Football Championship is coming to Durham County Memorial Stadium Saturday, November 15th. Don't miss your chance to experience the culture and tradition of HBCU football as the two top teams in the conference battle it out for the title of CIAA Football Champion. Visit DurhamNCSports.com for more information and to secure your tickets today. That's DurhamNCSports.com for CIAA Football Championship tickets.
It's Bo time. Fumbling the food on game day? Rookie move. But you know Bo can make your tailgate a winner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because the Carolina Legend has everything you're craving. We're talking crispy, juicy chicken loaded with real Southern flavor, fluffy scratch-made buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixings to feed your whole crew faster than you can say touchdown. Be the MVP this season and let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's Bo time.
Planning a tailgate? Then it's Bo time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the jumbo tailgate special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's tailgate special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles tailgate special, and go. It's Bo time.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is Adam Gold.
So Mike Vrabel, the coach of the New England Patriots, they asked him about birthday cake, and he said there was only one cake qualified for his birthday cake.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
You want to guess what that is?
Is it vanilla?
No.
Oh.
Carrot.
I love him even more.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. Victoria's on the ones and twos. I know it's a joke, but there were 2 games last night at Lenovo Center. The first one I did not recognize. It was an absolute gong show. The second one seemed much more Hurricanesy, right down to the how did they not score there aspect of it all. But man, the gong show was fun. Tripp Tracy is joining us here because he saw it here on the Adam Gold Show. Did you think that at 4-3 after Blake found Nick Ehlers with now 39 minutes remaining, did you think we were done with goals in that game?
Wow, you're hitting me with a real good one right out of the gate, AG. I would say no. And especially in the first period, like on the broadcast, I mean, just mention which one of the goaltenders was going to find his game first.
Right.
Not that they were outwardly, you can probably point to one goal specifically, for each guy. But based on, the fact that pucks had eyes, goaltenders were fighting it a little bit, I probably would not have thought that would be the last goal. But Anderson was the guy that found it.
Yeah.
Not that he had to do it a lot, but late in the second period and a couple timely moments in the third. But I was driving home after the game, my friend, and, you hit the nail right on the head. Right at the buzzer, asked myself the story. And, the story is there's a bunch of great individual efforts. I love that the guys went after Jordan Stahl and
Yeah.
the surge based upon what he did in the hockey game, and that team toughness that we've seen a lot more this year. But what you said was hammer right on the nail, that it was the quick response. When Svechnikov scored seconds after the Wild had their second lead of the first period, and then when Ehlers scored, Jackson Blake just had a heck of a night right after Minnesota tied the game early in the second on the power play. That's where the game was determined right there.
Yeah, I mean, in baseball they call it a shutdown inning after a team scores a few runs. If you can get one back in the next inning, it it eats away at their momentum. And Carolina responded to the 2-1 goal right away. Then Jackson Blake. What I couldn't tell from our vantage point was that he actually forced the turnover. He stole the puck along the wall. I didn't realize that until I had really watched the replay closer. He causes the turnover, and then the pass over Brodin was just absolutely elite. He's another guy that is getting better and better, it seems, with every game. As good as Jarvis has been great, but I think Jackson has been at least very good in every game. He still makes some mistakes because they all do. But man, Jackson, I don't know how good this guy can be.
I agree. That's why I think I was still in Michigan when Eric Tolsky announced this extension.
Yeah.
At the very least, rising cap, knowing what you have in the player and the person, even with a limited sample size, at the very least, it's going to be a good value. Yeah. At the very most, it's going to be a sensational deal. And you know what else I was thinking about is I have a little bit of a moment to ask myself, what's the story between the goal, when a goal is scored, especially at home, because I don't like to talk until the first replay hits the screen.
Right.
You want to enjoy the flavor of the crowd, and it gives me a chance to say, what's the story? And that 4-on-4 goal, it made me think about, because you and I talked, Jackson, it's a special, special game for him. Minnesota audience, right. He grew up there. He had that penalty shot when we went there last year, and I thought that the time between when the penalty shot was called and when he took it, it got into his head. You could see that on the penalty shot that didn't go. And 4-on-4 goal, recognized as just inside his own blue line. He's got all sorts of runway. Marco Rossi's essentially a pylon. Spurgeon doesn't have any gap.
Yeah.
And his phrase was, I'll try him. And I just, I immediately thought about when I was asking myself, what's the story before I started the first replay? It's when his mind doesn't have time to think.
Yeah.
And, and going back to that penalty shot, and just, he turned the game last night, and whether he's been rewarded or not, I agree with you that consistently he brings those things to the lineup.
I mean, the way he and Stankoven work together, they both hound pucks. They're impossible to play against. And I thought last night, we had seen Ehlers, Aho, and Jarvis play how many games in a row, and we hadn't seen that line click. I thought we saw Ehlers click immediately with Blake and Stankoven. It's got the same problem as the top line has. It's a small line. So, all bets are off when we get to the playoffs and see how it works. But, my gosh, they looked like they had been playing together for a long time. Tripp Tracy, Frank ate the phone. Wonder if Frank ate the phone. We have to get Tripp back. It's a heck of a response by me. No, are you there?
Yeah, sorry. I was walking across the bridge, and your wonderful vocals just went silent. I'm out here with Frank, so bring me back in. Sorry, AG.
No, just about the chemistry that it looks like Ehlers, Stankoven, and Blake have together immediately.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. A really nice bench interview with Nikolai Ehlers last night, and I do believe in hockey gods. You and I talked about it. Before the game in Madison Square Garden, hockey gods, his dad was the first ever Dane.
Yeah.
Drafted in the NHL by the Rangers. And then, you look at it, eerily the same goal, his first in the NHL from the same spot against the Rangers as he had the other night. And we talked about his dad, but then I leaned into his hockey IQ. I mean, he's an unbelievably intelligent player. And from all of the divisional games, Jets against the Wild, I said, what's going to be the most important thing in the arsenal to beat Minnesota? And he said, puck pressure, causing turnovers. You just alluded to it on the game-winning goal. It's a work in progress for Stan Coven in the face-off circle. So if you're Jackson Blake, you almost, this is no disrespect to Logan, his closest friend on the team, but you're almost anticipating what you're going to do to turn a lost face-off into a win. Then he forces the turnover. Then Stan Coven has pressure. As you mentioned, Jackson causes the turnover. And Ehlers underrated, AG. As a lefty, it's a super pass.
Yeah.
But as a lefty on his natural side, he can't go wider like you could say if you're Seth Jarvis, and you're in a one-timing position. You've got to go right to the far post. And the thinker that Ehlers is, his route was excellent. Immediate chemistry with those three guys. I think for Ehlers in particular, I know he had 4 shots through 2 periods, so at that point he had 10 shots in his last 5 periods. He has become much more of a skating and playmaking threat because he's established the danger of shooting the puck.
Yeah, he looks like he fits there, but right now, and I said this, I've said this now for a while. If I were anybody, I'd want to play with Stankoven and Blake. They just always seem to have the puck. Now let me go to the back end because the whole reason I really wanted to talk to you was to talk about Keandre Miller and Sean Walker. Let me start with Miller, who came back last night. I don't think it's a coincidence that Carolina had more puck possession last night than they had in a long time. Even though they had been winning some games, they had been winning it sort of not really having the puck like they want to. But I just thought Miller, he reminded me of Slavin last night. It wasn't a physical game. It was a game of stick positioning and takeaways for him. I thought there were so many good things without necessarily being overly physical.
What an athlete that can skate for a 6'5" guy.
Yeah.
His reach was on display throughout the night. His ability to close. When you mentioned that the Hurricanes, had the majority of the chances to extend their lead, Keandre Miller was a huge part of a bunch of those.
Yeah.
And let me put it this way, because again, I heard you say what you did carefully but appropriately in seeing some similarities to Jacob Slavin. It was enough. This is 2 returns where he's shown no rust in the first game. He was awesome last night. It was enough in the third period, Adam, because I'm hearing rumblings. The Olympic rink, possibly mistakes made.
Right.
That the ice surface might be smaller. I know what the left side is for the United States. I mean, it's stacked. You're talking about Slavin. You're talking about Quinn Hughes. You're talking about Zach Werenski. But smaller ice surface, he keeps going like this, it'll be a real hard road to get there. But I thought it was appropriate for a bigger guy, if it was ever a smaller ice surface, a big guy that can skate like that, his reach, that he could enter the equation. He was outstanding last night.
Yep, he really was. And now you and I talked about the emergence of Sean Walker and how different it is this year than last year. More than 7 minutes more per game on ice, playing against top forwards now because, out of necessity, but he was going to play with Slavin anyway at the start of the season against top forward groups. So as good as Jarvis has been or Blake has been, I still think he's the MVP of this team so far through now 13 games. I mean, I don't know where they'd be without him playing as much and as well as he's played.
Agree. And I'll just go in agreement, first of all, and specifically last night. I mean, Sean Walker, you needed to get different forms of traffic on Philip Gustafson. He does such a good job of recognizing where a period's at. He knows it's the expiration of a power play. He knows he's got some traffic The traffic ended up being Boldy up top, just getting it by the first guy.
Right.
Utilization of the wrister. And a wrist shot, Adam.
Yeah.
Because still waiting for the growth spurt that never came. You hate it as a goaltender that had trouble locating through traffic a wrist shot because you never heard it when it's released. A slap shot, you'd hear it, and you'd know, I better locate this puck. And that puck was by Gustafsson before, I think, the Minnesota goaltender, even though knew there was a shot being taken. And then how about the play? The goal-saving play late where you should have cleared a puck, not Walker, but the board work. That should have been a clear. And he gets back, and he clearly is going to beat Kaprizov to the puck, what would have been a tap-in for Kirill Kaprizov. But then he didn't panic. We've seen all these friendly fire goals. Every time I watch the replay, I love what he did with his hands, specifically the heel of his stick, not to panic, to make sure that he actually just settled the puck down as opposed to getting jumpy, and what would have been a great play could have ended up in the back of the net. He has been outstanding, and I don't know if I've touched enough upon, because the Hurricanes pounced a year ago, first day, right at the beginning of free agency, to show their interest in Sean Walker right away. I mean, you look at the term of that contract, you look at the love that the head coach has for him, you look at the ability to elevate with more minutes. This was a really good signing that I don't know if we've paid enough homage to.
Yeah, and before we let you go, Tripp Tracy is joining us here in the Adam Gold Show. Alexander Nikishin keeps getting better. You can see the growth. You can see him getting more comfortable. The communication is getting a little bit easier. A lot of that is Sean. Sean has played with him a ton, and you know, in the preseason and early on, it was Shane Gostisbehere. But I think he's what Nikishin is doing is when everybody is healthy, and I still think we're probably weeks away from seeing Slavin. Just a guess, but Alexander's good. He can play enough where we're not going to have to overwork Miller, Walker, Slavin, Chatfield, because Nikishin, he played almost 25 minutes last night. I thought one of the great kind of, it's not under talked about because we talk about it, but the unintended consequence in a good way of all these injuries is baptism by fire for Nikishin, who's getting better and better.
It's just expedited his journey of probable greatness in the NHL, this unfortunate circumstance. And it's something that you and I mentioned and are always enjoyable hot stoves right at the beginning of, you know, Nikishin playing more minutes, being thrust into penalty killing time, power play time, that could be the one silver lining in this really unfortunate circumstance. And it got to the point last night because it was complimenting a little guy with a bright future that plays big with that lengthy stick in Yoel Nystrom. Charles Alexis Legault has been really solid. And then I caught myself because I said, you know, I'm already treating Alexander Nikishin, who played his first regular season game against the New Jersey Devils, learning the language. I'm already treating him like an established player because of how well he has played. And so I look at and it's I and the F are both caps, AG, but if the Hurricanes ever get healthy with these unbelievable, moments, the injuries just keep on coming. Guys have shown the ability to play the minutes. How are you going to distribute the minutes available if you have a healthy lot? Because whether it be Walker, whether it be Miller, whether it be Nikishin, these guys have just shown when you give them more minutes and you give them more situations, their play doesn't fall off. It actually elevates. It's just an incredibly optimistic positive to what has been a very challenging stretch.
Yeah, it's funny. A few years ago, we were looking at the future of the blue line and going, my gosh, we're going to have great defensemen here forever. And a lot of the names have changed except for one, except for Slavin. And you see the way you see Miller playing and Walker playing and Nikishin playing. I mean, we could be talking about in a year having the best blue line they've ever had. That's where we're trending towards the way these guys fit. Now, they're still going to have to figure out the left side. Somebody's going to have to play their offside, but, these are good problems to have. Tripp Tracy, at Tripp Tracy on Twitter, my friend, best to Frank, and I won't see you tomorrow. We have soccer, but I will see you next week for Washington.
AG, I hold our friendship, brotherhood so near and dear. I'm looking at the bridge across the pond here when your call dropped for a quick second. And truthfully, I felt like Tom Hanks must have fell with a volleyball in Castaway.
Oh, man. Now I'm going to have that image the rest of the day.
I'll see you.
All right, thanks. It's Tripp Tracy here on the Adam Gold Show. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back. We got to stretch. We'll place bets. Hopefully I'll do better than I did last night. Of course, last night is when I decided to back all my...
Oh, of course.
How many days in a row did I give you bangers that I didn't back myself, and then I said, you know what, we're doing it, and I screwed it up.
It happens.
Yep, it does. It did, in fact. All right, we'll do all that next.
Because your fantasy football team needs all the help it can get, the Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
North Carolina ranks second in the nation in potential agricultural land lost by the year 2040. The NC Forever Farms program supports the preservation of family farms through permanent agricultural conservation easements and has received a record number of applications for 3 straight years. Landowners interested in preserving their working farm through the Farmland Preservation Division of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services can learn more by visiting ncadfp.org.
You don't need a 4-year degree to have a rewarding career that makes a difference in people's lives every day. As a public power line worker, you'll build and maintain a locally owned and operated electric system to keep the lights on in your community. 4 months in a community college program provides the training you need to begin your career as an apprentice line worker in public power. And being a local government employee in North Carolina comes with excellent benefits. To learn more about line worker and other public power careers, visit electricities.com.
When people put their feet under a table, it means more than just consuming food. Getting the restaurant back open, that meant to the community a lot of normalcy. The public health department checked the wells so that we knew where we could get water that was able to be used.
And it was neighbor helping neighbor, and I'm so proud to work in this little small county.
NC Public Health, everywhere, every day, everyone.
The North Carolina Healthcare Association invites you to listen to this month's podcast, Conversations on the State of Healthcare. This month, we dive into a project that's making big waves in Charlotte and beyond. It's called The Pearl, a bold reimagining of how healthcare, education, and innovation come together. My guest, Hillary Crittenden, leads operations for The Pearl and has played an important role in its growth and development.
The Pearl is an innovation district. We brought together medical education, cutting-edge research, and really big and small players in the healthcare space who are advancing science in a really interesting way, all together in one place.
You can learn more and join our latest Conversations on the State of Healthcare wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And find out more by visiting nchealthcare.org.
Your background may not include agriculture, but 2 years at the Agricultural Institute will prepare you for a career in it. Whether you are a military veteran with an arsenal of skills, kickstarting your second career, or about to graduate high school, the Agricultural Institute at NC State University is the right place for you. Nurture your passion and find your career. Learn more about our program online by searching NC State Ag Institute. 2 years, 1 degree, endless possibilities.
Did you know? Atlantic hurricane season runs through November. From gathering necessary supplies to planning an evacuation route, now is the time to make sure you and your family are prepared. And if a storm damages our electric system, local public power providers are ready to respond and restore power quickly and safely. As a public power customer, you benefit from having an electricity provider that restores power faster than other providers do. Visit electricities.com for storm preparation tips and resources.
Tough, reliable,
and ready to work. You were born that way. Kubota is built that way. Our entire ag lineup, featuring versatile tractors and hay tools, powerful skid steer loaders, and the rugged Sidekick utility vehicle, is designed with the engine of a Kubota and the heart of a farmer. Visit KubotaUSA.com to find a dealer near you.
This is Adam Gold.
So Mike Vrabel, the coach of the New England Patriots, they asked him about birthday cake, and he said there was only one cake qualified for his birthday cake.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what that is?
Is it vanilla?
No.
Oh.
Carrot.
I love him even more.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold. That's Victoria. We're here. It's Friday.
Or a Friday. I got the people in the YouTube stream doing it. I love it. It makes my heart happy.
Do you? My gosh.
Oh, yeah.
What are you people doing?
I've got them saying Thursday, Friday Eve kind of thing, like a Thursday. Like, I love it. YouTubers or
There you go.
the YouTube commenters, I should say, are awesome.
I have some Panthers news.
Whoa, like breaking Panthers?
Yeah, you sure, it's fine.
Okay.
It's really not. Nothing that we know for certain, but apparently Tetero and McMillan's hamstring flared up today. He has been listed as a maybe for the weekend, for Sunday against the Saints. Now, obviously, if your best wide receiver can't go and your passing attack is already somewhat challenged, that would be a bad thing. And it's not a good thing if McMillan can't play. But one thing we haven't yet seen, we have seen, by the way, Xavier Leggett catch more passes than everybody else in a given game. He caught, 8 or 9 the other day. We have not yet seen Jalen Coker kind of reclaim what he had at the end of last year. Remember the whole reason the Panthers allowed Adam Thielen to go back to Minnesota was because the assumption was, well, these are the reps we want to give to Coker anyway. Same, he was going to play more in the slot, big target, undrafted free agent. There was a lot of synergy with that because that's what Adam Thielen was. So that really paved the way for the trade of Thielen back to the Vikings. Then Coker gets hurt, and he hasn't yet looked like the Jalen Coker we saw at the end of last year. So I'm not saying it's a good thing because it's not a good thing if Tetero and McMillan cannot play. And I say this going, he might play. They have not declared him out, I don't believe. But if he can't go, even more opportunity for Coker, for Leggett, for the tight ends to become more part of the passing attack. And also, I would love to see them involve Rico Dowdle more in the passing game. And not just a check down, let's just dump it out to the back. I really want to see them utilize Dowdle in more of the patterns. And I argued about this, and I'm not trying to compare him to Christian McCaffrey at all. But when McCaffrey first got to the Panthers, it was as though they didn't watch film of him in Stanford. Christian McCaffrey could be treated like a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And they rarely did that. And I am not comparing Dowdle to McCaffrey, but I would love to see them use Dowdle more within the pass game and not just as we have nothing downfield, let me just dump it off. So maybe it'll help them get a little bit better, a little bit more dynamic in the passing game if McMillan can't play. I hope McMillan can, because the Panthers need everybody to beat anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready to stretch?
Well, I don't know if you're ready for this one because I know that you love these seasonal creations that companies like to make, and I feel like you're really going to love this one.
I'm not going to love it. I now know that I am not going to love it.
Exactly, because I don't even know if this is a joke. Kraft Mac and Cheese, the Blue Box, decided that they were going to change things up a little bit, which they've been known to do from time to time. And with Thanksgiving right around the corner, they have decided to make apple pie flavored mac and cheese.
What?
Excuse you?
Why?
I have heard of people who like cheese and apples.
Are the people at Kraft like eating gummies during the day?
Could be. Don't go outside. What is it? Wood it's good, but ground it's better. So
stop.
Don't eat things that are questionable because it makes you come up with things like this, where they like to say, they put, quote, "It's the comforting taste of love." Now with the shockingly delicious savory and sweet pairing, it's packed with cheesy, appley, cinnamony goodness. Each box includes sauce mix with seasoning. Of course, you know the powder stuff, and you just need to add milk and butter. So, can't get this creation in a store, but you can online. Always get it online.
It's just awful.
And it says, of course, it's only available for a limited time.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you can buy a single pack at Walmart.com because, of course, Walmart would have this.
Yep.
And you can get that for a single pack or a 3-pack under $4. So there you go. Now, the reason that this could just be a joke, which part of me really hopes that it is a joke, because why would you ruin my good mac and cheese? Like, I love mac and cheese, but this is just a disgrace. They have Jason Biggs from American Pie. So of course, they would have him trying to, get this stuff out there. So yeah.
It's an embarrassment.
Do not serve this at your Thanksgiving, or maybe if you want people to eat everything else except for that. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe somebody on the YouTube stream is, they'll let us know how this goes. But one person who probably will not be eating something like that for sure is Jelly Roll. Do you know of said Jelly Roll, this musician?
I've heard of him.
Okay. Jelly Roll is a large man, probably why he goes by Jelly Roll. He's reached, supposedly, around 500 pounds. However, he has been making it his mission to be on Men's Health shirtless for 2027. So he's actually lost over 200 pounds, apparently. And this article's even said he's been on WWE, like SummerSlam or something like that. It's the first time since middle school he was under 300 pounds.
First time since what?
I know.
Since middle school?
300-pound middle schooler. Buddy. So, yeah, he's on the right track, but the whole point of this is because now he has a new nickname, and I think it is absolutely hilarious, whoever came up with this. Now, instead of Jelly Roll, people are calling him Veggie Roll.
Veggie Roll.
That's fantastic.
Very nice. Good. Good for him. He shed what? 40% of his body weight.
Exactly. So
to get down to 300 pounds.
Man, see, that's what the internet's good for.
Yep.
Veggie Roll. I love this. And our YouTube commenter, I hope you'll be having, it said Victoria, I hope you'll be eating Bluebell oatmeal cream pie ice cream, because we had this conversation a few days ago while I watch UFC. I will probably not, but who knows? Maybe.
Oatmeal cream pie.
Yes, that sounds amazing. Do you like the oatmeal cream pies?
Oh, no, not really.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably necessary to want to eat
I like a good
ice cream.
oatmeal chocolate chip cookie, though.
Okay. Well, you're halfway there.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe I'll report back. But first, we have bets to play.
Place your bets. Here we are. I bet you slice into the woods $100.
Gambling is illegal in Bushwood, sir, and I never slide.
Okay, you can owe me.
I owe you nothing.
Yeah, I got shut out yesterday.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I did take the Broncos under 42.5, and thankfully we were way under 42.5. So we didn't have to worry about any of that. That's for sure. But this one, let's start off with UFC Vegas 111. Like I mentioned in Minute Takes, I've got to back up my prediction. So Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown. Give me Bonfim, main event by submission, plus 180.
All right, we're going to start in Tampa. The Patriots are down there. I like New England to win it outright. So they're like plus 120 on the money line. Under 48.5. We have two great quarterbacks here, but I do think that we are going to have a little bit more of a low-scoring game. So give me the Patriots and under 48.5. That's 267.
There you go. Next up, our Canes, they're going to be at home taking on the Buffalo Sabres. So give me our Carolina Hurricanes tomorrow. And I'm going to take the under 6.5 plus 145.
Are you assuming that Buffalo will not score?
I'm assuming that our guys are going to lock it down.
All right, well, that's...
You got to put it out there.
That's going to be... that. To me, that's how it stays under.
Yes.
Because I do think Carolina will score goals against the Sabres. Mm-hmm. So I also like Carolina, but I like it over because I think Buffalo is a goal-scoring team.
Yeah.
But so over 6.5, but Hurricanes, this game's got 5-2, 5-3 written all over it, I think.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there I go.
And you've talked about it. I'm saying Jalen Coker for our Panthers, anytime touchdown score.
Look at
plus
that.
270.
Talking it into existence.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, here's what's going to happen at the Etihad. Liverpool is at Manchester City. This is always a fun match. We're going to have a draw. Both teams will score. This game's got 2-2 screaming at you.
His Zamboni is bigger than yours. The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
The road to college football's national championship runs through 99.9 The Fan, the ACC, the SEC. The biggest matchups will be found here.
Scott sprints 20, Duke Scott 10, touchdown! Deal sealer, Duke Scott! NC State's going to upset 8th-ranked Georgia Tech, and Carter Finley loses its mind.
College football on The Fan is powered by Wake Med, Roofworks, and Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac GMC in Sanford.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift it lets them dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats, holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Is going to your local bar the worst part of your day? The bartender ignores you, mediocre food, warm beer? Then why go there? Take 5 minutes and drop in at Sharky's, where they'll give you a free evaluation, and you can learn about all the bars that you shouldn't go to. Sharky's has helped thousands find the right bar to hang at. What are you waiting for? Sharky's evaluation could be the cure to the worst part of your day. Change your bar, change your life. Sharky's, 5800 Durley Road by the Shell Station.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we've served veterans and their families for over 90 years, and we continue to serve over 2 million veterans because their contributions inspire our service. And this Veterans Day, we want to tell you that when you're a member, you'll have access to exclusive rates, discounts, and financial tools. Plus, we're partnering with Travis Manion Foundation's Veterans Day of Service campaign, connecting veterans and families of the fallen with local volunteer opportunities. Become a member at NavyFederal.org/veterans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart.
Heather's moment has arrived, and you just hope all that training pays off.
Heather lays down her purchase, but Randy rings it up as slowly as he can.
Uh-oh.
Yep, she's looking at the cigarettes.
There's nothing good back there.
Heather's arm is in motion, but she just grabs the gum off the counter.
That's a slick move.
Even Randy tips his cap to Heather. Stand Up to Cancer and Raleigh wants you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Kids across America are going to school hungry every day. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures. Learn more at helpnokidhungry.org.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Getting hurt in a car wreck comes with all kinds of stress and frustration. But when you call me, I'll be on top of all of it. So all you need to worry about is getting better. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I'm on top of it. Contact us at ritchielaw.com.
Broadcasting live from the Lenovo Studios. WCMC HD1 Holly Springs. 99.9 The Fan. The Triangle Sports Leader.
43 seconds to go, down by touchdown. 3 wideouts on the right side of the formation. It's Hagens alone on the left. Shepard, the tailback, from the shotgun. Here's the snap. They will run it. It's Shepard! Touchdown! He runs to the right, and they're an extra point away from tying it, or will they go for 2? Here's Mensah, the snap. Rolls to the right. Fires. Hagens! He'll take it in! And Duke has the lead! 46-45 with 40 seconds to go. Samir Hagens having an afternoon in Death Valley.
David Shoemate, man. It was so much fun listening to the local play-by-play guys. Our friend Will Palashik, who was on yesterday, I believe, with us, who was the voice of Charlotte FC.
Oh, my goodness.
Have you heard him go nuts?
Yes, I have.
It's almost painful.
I know. I'm concerned for him.
Something is injured.
I know.
So, but yeah, it's awesome. Duke's good. We've known this. It's kind of a shame that they've lost 3 times. You know, whether they should have lost to Tulane or not, you know. Like, there's some good football teams out there, and everybody, except when you're talking about the very best teams, everybody can lose. It just doesn't take that much. We could call it whatever we want. We call it parity. We could call it nobody's that good. We can blame the portal. We can blame the transactional nature of college sports now, but it's just not easy to win every week. So who's going to blink first? Is Indiana going to roll over Penn State? Probably. I don't think Ohio State's going to be bothered by Purdue. Probably. Texas A&M is at Missouri, right? That's a losable game. Missouri's not incompetent. We love Eli Drinkwitz out there. So, there's a loss waiting out there for just about everybody. All right, we got a lot to do. The roundtable's coming up in just a couple of minutes. But now it is time for the Wall of Sound.
The Wall of Sound is a function of this studio. There's no doubt about it.
All right, let's hear from Dave Canales as the Panthers get ready to take on the Saints Sunday at Bank of America Stadium as 5.5-point favorites. And here's, I mentioned this earlier, Teteroa McMillan, little flared up hamstring. Here's the head coach.
Something popped up in practice, so we shut him down for part of it. He was able to take a few reps, but precautionary. We'll look at him again tomorrow morning, though, just to make sure that he's ready to go.
Any serious concern, or you feel pretty optimistic?
Concern. concern, certainly. So we'll just take a look at him tomorrow and see where he's at, hoping he can go.
No one likes a pop Tammy.
Concern.
That's not good.
No? Concern. Yeah, like, I don't want to disrespect the Saints, but I'm about to. You should be able to beat the Saints without Tedero McMillan.
Yes, should.
So, yeah, it's time for Jalen Coker. And Dave Canales reminds us that a certain wide receiver is available.
I'm so glad Hunter's here. Just the way that he goes about his work, what he's been, his reputation speaks for itself. And, the way that he works and the way that he's focused and locked in, it really affects the group in a positive way.
Remember, they initially waived him, but they waived him knowing that they were going to bring him back. So it would be cool if they could get him back in the game. Here's the thing about it, though. When he was in the lineup and on the field, he and Bryce didn't really vibe. So Bryce was trying to get the ball to him, but there was a communication disconnect there, similarly to the one that Bryce Young had with Xavier Legette. Bryce is going to have to become a little bit more consistently good. When Willie P, we were talking yesterday, he wants to see like a 200-yard passing game from Bryce Young. Look, I think a lot of it is by design, the way the Panthers are running their offense. I think a lot of it is by design. I think he is more than capable of throwing for 250 to 300 yards. But the best way for the Panthers to play is running the ball. Just the best way for them to play. Bryce hasn't yet established himself as a guy who could drop back and sling it 40 times. He hasn't. And maybe that's a bad sign. I'm not arguing it one way or the other. But we don't see that because we understand that this team's best way of playing, the way that gives them the best chance to win, is by #keep pounding.
Yes, Rico.
Exactly. Hand the ball to number 5. All right, now, this is another thing we have talked about. They just had the win in Green Bay, which I'm not saying it's easier than beating the Saints at home, but the approach is easier. It is a free hit. You're not supposed to beat the Packers on the road if you're the Panthers. And you went out and you executed a game plan really to a T. Now, you got to forget what just happened and do it against the lesser opponent.
I think they responded great coming back into work on Wednesday and understanding that it requires all of our energy to be focused on the opponent. The Saints are coming in. We got to look at all the stuff and be locked in. There can be distractions. I want to make sure that the guys take from the Packers game the lessons of winning the turnover battle. And we turned one over, but we were +1 in that. All the critical variables that led to success, that led to the win. Let's capture those things more so than trying to make it more than what it was. It was a win, and every win is great for us, but it's the confidence in our process. It's the confidence in the style of football that we play that works for us, and those are the lessons that we have to take and we have to carry over week after week.
Dave Canales, the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. All right, now we've talked about this, and we only have a couple more minutes here. It's a great weekend of NFL football. Baltimore at Minnesota is a fun game. And I think Baltimore's a road favorite here. Man, I thought we saw a Vikings team that might be kind of recapturing what everybody thought they would have. I'm not saying that is the case, but I don't know, beating the Lions is the thing. But Vegas does not buy the Vikings. They are home underdogs, and it's not just like 2 points, 4.5-point underdogs at home to the Baltimore Ravens. But I think most people believe that the Ravens are ultimately going to win that division. Well, they can't afford any slip-ups at all, so that's a fun game. The other game here that I find, and I did it in Place Your Bets, is the Patriots on the road at Tampa. Two dynamite quarterbacks, two prolific offenses, although prolific is probably not the right word for New England, but an offense that is more than capable of hanging a big number on you. And Bart Scott of ESPN thinks that this is the best game of the weekend.
We have two quarterbacks in this game that has been mentioned in the MVP conversation. I know it's cooled off with Baker Mayfield in the last weeks, but he's carried this team. When you talk about MVP, it's the most valuable player. I think Baker Mayfield still can make that statement. But on the other side, Drake, man, we haven't seen a lot of the Patriots this year, but if you have to start paying attention, especially after the win over the Buffalo Bills.
All right, other games that I think are great. I think the Rams and 49ers is a great game. I think Jacksonville at Houston. While I wouldn't watch this with your eyes because I think it will be a slog of a game.
Garbage.
Jacksonville on the road. Houston is a stingy team to watch or to play against. I think this could be like a super competitive, 17-13 type of a game. Philadelphia, Green Bay, that was part of our minute takes. Pittsburgh at the Chargers is a great football game. And I wish Jaden Daniels was healthy because I think Detroit at Washington could be amazing, but it won't be now. But if you are a fan of the Commandos, they say that Jaden Daniels does not need surgery. So, I don't think he's playing this year, but he does not need surgery, and that is cool. All right, one final thing. Last night for the 25,000th time, Sidney Crosby faced off against Alexander Ovechkin. It was the Capitals in Pittsburgh taking on the Penguins. Sid, by the way, had 2 goals, but these two guys have been, linked together since they entered the league.
To come in at the same time with the expectations that we had to build, to be still on the same team after all these years. It's still a rivalry. There's still a lot, and that goes into these games, and they're built up even to this day. So with Ovi getting 900 last game, it's a lot of fun to be a part of. It's so unique and so special. So there's definitely a ton of respect there. And, in a lot of ways we can relate to what we've gone through over the course of our career. So, it's fun to compete and to still be doing it.
Future Hurricane, Sidney Crosby. I kid.
I wouldn't hate it.
No, I'd love it, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Try to speak it into existence.
Yeah.
The Roundtable will follow these commercial messages. Michael Felder,
who would never have Kraft mac and cheese apple pie flavored.
That might have to be a question.
It should be.
That might have to be a question. And Pat Welter from WRAL TV5. Next.
Asheville to Wilmington, Boone to Durham, The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
For the Panthers, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. If it's Andy Dalton, if it's Bryce Young, if it's hurt Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, whoever it is, it comes down to one thing. The team isn't good enough to overcome turnovers. Protect the football. Whether your ankle's hurt or not, don't turn it over and let the defense and running game do the rest.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Wake in a hurry, fake handoff right, and scampering left by himself, untouched into the end zone, the quarterback.
Wake Forest football returns to a Legacy Stadium on Saturday, November 15th to battle it out with Big Four rival North Carolina. Limited tickets remain. Order yours today at godeeks.com/tickets. We'll see you at a Legacy Stadium on Saturday, November 15th as the Demon Deacons take on the Tar Heels. Go Deeks.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's Brandon with Parkway Sleep Centers.
Tired of waiting for a sleep treatment? At other sleep centers, it can take 6 to 8 months just to get an appointment and cost you thousands more. Not Parkway Sleep Health Centers. We schedule you within weeks and we'll save you money too. We have over 20 years of experience serving the Triangle. Let our expert team help you sleep better sooner.
End your sleep problems. Live your best life. Experience the Parkway Sleep difference. Visit parkwaysleep.com and start your journey to better sleep today. Parkway Sleep Health Centers. Sound sleep, sound health.
For more than 20 years, 99.9 The Fan and Coastal Credit Union have honored over 200 student athletes that are making a difference on their team and in their community. If you are a teacher, parent, coach, or guardian, nominate your scholar athlete today. We will select one winner a month to be featured on 99.9 The Fan and on WRAL News Plus. To nominate a winner, text AWARD to 919-860-5326.
Congrats to last year's winners.
Ansley Ayers, Brianna McMillan, Samayan Jones, Kristen Norton, Lexi Taylor, EJ Reed, Isabel Woke, Nathan Fife, Rachel Lambert.
This award is more than a celebration of exceptional athletes. It's also a celebration of the schools and the communities that help them grow into the incredible leaders that we like to celebrate.
It means a lot to me to just be able to be recognized in such a wide area with so many amazing athletes. So I just feel great to feel like someone's seeing all the hard work that I've been putting into my sport and my academics. So I'm very grateful for it.
It means a lot to me because my parents, they want me to do well and make it in life, so this is for them. I try to work hard in the classroom and on the court for them and do my best.
I'm so thankful for my coaches and my teammates and my parents who have just made this possible.
Congratulations to all of our Coastal Credit Union Scholar Athletes of the Month. If you want to nominate a high school athlete, text AWARD to 919-860-5326.
See if you're a winner every night. Watch live lottery drawings on WRAL-TV's 11 o'clock news. That's right, Carolina Pick 3, Carolina Pick 4, and Carolina Cash 5 numbers every night on WRAL-TV's 11 o'clock news. See if you're a winner before you go off to bed. Get your lottery numbers live every night.
North Carolina Education Lottery.
Only on WRAL-TV's 11 o'clock news.
One Adam.
Gold.
One Adam.
Gold.
Person in front of me in line had a box of wine.
Oh, yeah. I feel that person. If you are buying boxed wine on a Friday, that thing is open right now.
In the car.
Yeah. I don't even need it to cool down.
She jammed a big straw right through the top of the box
yeah.
in the
Went
car.
to the gas station to get a cup of ice. They don't even care.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. Victoria on the ones and twos. You gave me a great idea for the closing question.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, for the roundtable. So I've already got it prepared. I will ask the question and I might leave the room.
Yeah. This is probably a good idea.
I will probably just leave the room. But you just give me the go ahead and we will go ahead. Are we ready to go? All right.
It's only a model.
Oh man, this is great. And I'll give people a backstory in a second. Pat Welter, WRAL TV5, joining us, and there he is, the one and only Michael Felder. At In the Bleachers on Twitter, SiriusXM, TarHeal247.com. He is everywhere. I texted Mike yesterday and thought, hey, let's talk about Tar Heel football and whatever else we want to talk about today on the show. And Mike was like, yes, I get in today. And I found out Mike's part of the roundtable. He was willing to do 2 spots.
I know, but see, we were both on the same track.
You're awesome, Felder. I appreciate you always. All right, there he is. All right, let's get to it. I thank you. I thank Mike. I thank Pat. I'm going to start with you, Mike, knowing that Pat is the one that really grilled Bill Belichick. So I'll let him follow up. What is the biggest area of improvement you see with UNC football?
Energy. I think
to win football games, specifically the way that Bill Belichick likes to win them, you need energy and effort, and understanding. And from a defensive side of the ball, we're seeing more energy, we're seeing more effort, and we're seeing more understanding. And I will push this all the way to the sidelines because I want to hear what he has to say about Belichick. But you're seeing Belichick show me energy, right?
Okay.
I've seen him get upset about calls. I've seen him get upset about things. That didn't happen in the first, 4-5 games? We didn't see that. And now we're seeing some energy, and the players are giving more effort. And I think they understand a little bit more offensively. Like, I just filed a video for Tar Heel 24/7, and we still need to figure out who's going to be the running back. Still need to figure out who's our go-to wide receiver. Still need to figure out if Gio Lopez cannot be the 6 and 5 touchdown interception ratio.
Right.
Not good. Not good. But we'll figure it out. And and so we'll see against a Stanford team, because I'll tell you what, Wake, Duke, State, to finish it out, they're not gonna give it to you easy. I can tell you what, they ain't gonna pull that skirt up, baby. You're gonna have to earn it.
Real quick, you don't think Damon June is the running back for UNC? He was awesome at Syracuse.
We'll see what we get. Like, that's the thing, because he was not the man the week before, and we see Hall play, and we're seeing guys I think they have no offensive identity, period.
Okay, that's fair, because I don't think we've seen a ton of improvement on the offensive side of the ball. I'm not sure there can be that much improvement, because to me they can't throw it. Pat Welter, you at that press conference the week, after the bye week, after the Clemson debacle, when Bill Belichick said we are getting better, and you were like, well, you were down 35-3. So, like, where are you getting better? What have you seen that might lead us to believe? Because I think they are, but where have you seen that they are getting better?
Right. I mean, because in that game, there was the Clemson game. After the Clemson game, there was quite literally really nothing you could point to on the field that they were getting better at, which is why I had to challenge Belichick to be like, you really are going to tell me that this process is working when the on-field product is statistically one of the worst in all of college football, and then there's all the things that people are telling me about what's going on behind the scenes between just the way you run your programs, the way people are treated, the way the players treated each other. But since then, I mean, it's like interesting how things work. Like, you say the locker room's divided, then all of a sudden the locker room starts to come together. I think when you're embarrassed nationally, you get put in a corner of, are we gonna quit on the season, or are we gonna try to figure this out? And to the players and the coaching staff's credit, they have done their best to do that. And I'm not going to tell you that issues don't remain still in the way Belichick's kind of implemented his NFL model, but definitely there is tangible improvement on the defensive side of the ball that you cannot deny. Right. And I think it's like multifaceted how that's happening. Like, it's the product of, like, A, they brought in so many new people. B, they brought in even more people after the spring. And then C, it's like getting everybody to buy into this totally new way of doing things, which included a lot of, holdovers from the Mac Brown era. So you put it all together, and guys like talking this week on defensive side of the ball, it's like, look, we just started doing our own jobs, not trying to do other people's jobs. And we really bought into what the coaches are telling us. And one thing I've heard consistently is that all the things you could say about Belichick negatively, the one thing that you can say positive for a fact is that he can still individually coach football, especially defensively. And I think it's all kind of coming together there now, this far into the season.
I wonder if they just found a whole bunch of Gorilla Glue and they put everything back together. Mike, let me just ask the question, is it possible? Because I do think that we have seen improvement. We saw improvement against Cal. We saw improvement, and this is, to me, defensively against Virginia. And I thought the first recognition that not that the offense was getting better, but that, all right, we can't throw it. We're bad at this, so let's not even try. I thought whichever team decided to abandon throwing the ball down the field first would win. Syracuse refused to abandon it. Carolina abandoned it until they had already established that the game was over, and then they found Jordan Shipp again. But they finally had an idea. But could it also be that Syracuse is just no good, that they look better sort of by, in comparison to what they just did, who they just played?
So I think the big thing for Syracuse, obviously you lose your biggest playmaker.
Yes.
That's really rough. So there's that. But I want to go back. This is my favorite thing to do when I do a show, when I do a podcast. Go backwards to go forwards. He mentioned siloing things, right? Just do your job. If you just do your job on defense, guess what? The job gets done across the board.
Right.
Like if you're just the guy, like I think about it, defenses we're a custodial service. And I say we, because I mean that we are defenses are housewives. Defenses are custodial service. Like if all you do is just your job, the main thing you want is to not get yelled at, right?
Like a house husband. That's all I'm trying to do is avoid getting yelled at.
I don't want to be the person that forgets to put the cheese into the to the lunchbox. You just do your little job, you do your little thing. And I think that's what this defense had to have happen. They play a lot of man coverage. I don't think it's the right idea, but it's the idea that they have. So all I have to do is take care of this man. Then I take care of this. And then if I'm in the front seven, I worry about the running backs. If I'm in the linebackers, and then off the defensive line, you worry about your gap integrity and don't think about what the guy behind you is going to do. And they've really turned that corner. I think that's a huge thing for them. Offensively, you're right. They can't. I did a video today for 24/7. I want an explosive play.
Right.
I don't care if it's for Pacer. I don't care if it's for Shipp. I don't care who it's from. But I want an explosive play. Something that's 20, 25 yards down the field. But if you aren't comfortable doing that, Hall, Jude, both just ping pong back and forth, and then we'll see Lopez. He needs to add himself a little bit more into the run game.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is no one in that group. How about this, guys? Don't fumble.
Don't fumble going into the end zone, which certainly cost them the Cal game, and it cost them the early touchdown against Virginia. Yeah,
against Virginia. Yeah, that was like that. To have your back-to-back plays be fumbles at the end zone.
Yeah, that's
rough.
No doubt about it. Mike Felder, Pat Welter, this is the Roundtable here on a Friday afternoon. I'll throw a new question at you, Mr. Welter. Is the ACC getting hosed by the College Football Playoff Committee right now?
I mean, I think the ACC is hosing itself, right? I mean,
yeah.
I don't think they're really doing anything they shouldn't do. I mean, Miami at this point is kind of making their own bed and just doing what Miami always does. And I think really like what the ACC needs is they need like Virginia to be the second team in. You can't have like your Virginias or SMU from last year. You know, you need your brand names to be the team that's in, and then like your kind of team that had the perfect season and had a fortunate schedule and had one-score games go their way, which this year is Virginia, gets in as the second team. But when you're Clemson, you're Florida State, your Miami, your big brands are all down. That's not the branding that this conference needs, and it just feeds into that narrative that the ACC, you know, is not truly a Power Four league. And, you know, it feeds into the argument of that, you know, in a year like this where maybe you could say the Big 12 is better. So it's certainly not breaking well for ACC perception.
Mike, I'll just let you answer that question as well.
So, Pat, here's the thing I'm going to say. We're looking at Virginia, right? Highest ranked ACC team. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So, and I did this already with Stephen Hartzell today for the Felder Friday. What team are we going to put them above that's above them? And I think that's the scary one. We have Utah, Oklahoma, Texas, Notre Dame, Oregon, Texas Tech, BYU, Ole Miss, Georgia. Who are we putting them above?
You're not going to get an argument from me. Yeah. Nobody.
I think Virginia's overrated. I mean, Virginia was playing Carolina 10-10 in the second half in overtime after coming off.
Should have lost to Washington State at home. Yeah.
Can you imagine if you didn't watch the game, you woke up on Sunday, and I told you Haynes King had 400 passing yards, 100 rushing yards, you'd be like, oh, they must have whooped them boys.
Yep. Yeah, they gave up nearly 500. Actually, they gave up more than 500 yards of total offense. They gave up 200 yards on the ground to the backup running back of NC State.
So the ACC's in a tough spot. The big thing for me is hopefully they can get 2 in. I don't care if it's Virginia, Louisville, Georgia Tech, whatever, however it works. Miami, I never believed in Miami anyways.
Okay.
But I'm fully like, we'll see what happens. I think that it's going to be interesting to see how USC go into the Big Ten, which sounds weird because they're a Pac-12 school, Pac-10 school to me. But going out west is going to be interesting. But Oregon's got a really rough game coming up, which is, I don't think people realize that part either. Oregon's got to go to Kinnick.
Yep.
And my wife went to Michigan State. And she hears me on the phone, and I said, I don't know if Oregon's going to be able to get it done in Kinnick. And she's like, Oregon's in Kinnick? Where is that? And I was like, you play Iowa every year. What are you talking about? But to go back to the ACC, I really do think that, like, Georgia Tech has a masterpiece. They have the biggest piece of a puzzle, because if they beat this Georgia team,
yeah,
go ahead, walk them in. Let's do it.
But they're going to have to. They either have to beat Georgia or they've got to win the ACC, because they can't go 2 losses.
Right.
And last year they should have beaten Georgia, and I still think it's an absolute mistake to play this game at Mercedes-Benz. Georgia Tech has given away their home field advantage by playing this game.
I don't know if they have a home field advantage, though. I mean, the dot is small. I mean, I guess maybe it's small. It's petite. It's nice, but
petite. I like that. It's a little pedophore. It's a little finger sandwich of talk Felder's language here. Personally, I think the ACC hurt themselves by overscheduling, and I've said this for years that don't pretend that averaging about 1.7 Power 4 non-conference games per school, don't pretend that that's a good thing, because it's not. Exactly. It's not a good thing because nobody else is doing it. And it ultimately hurts you in the long run. All right, real quick about the Panthers, and then I will ask the final question, which is going to certainly maybe nauseate me. Pat, are the Panthers? I mean, even if they're not great, are they legitimately in the playoff hunt?
Sure. Right? Like, of course they are.
Yeah.
And every year teams like this get in. There are your teams that, Bill Simmons will call them like the Shakey's Games teams. The team that plays like the first afternoon wild card kind of game that nobody really thinks they have a chance to make a run in the playoffs. And maybe for the rest of the country, that's not appealing to watch. But for Carolina Panthers fans who have had to sit through the Matt Rule era, followed by the Frank Reich era, and all this misery under David Tepper, just to have a functioning, mediocre football team is a huge win. And guys like Rico Dowdle is inspiring to watch. I mean, the guy's top 3 in average yards per carry in the NFL. It is not a fluke. Bryce Young is what he is, but he's better than Andy Dalton. And I'm willing to sit with Dave Canales here as he learns, because he's clearly learning on the job. He is learning how to handle, extreme adversity. He's learning how to handle having a running back come out of nowhere and usurp the guy that you thought was the guy that you were sending a message to the locker room by signing. And then, ironically, you're sending the wrong message to the locker room by not playing Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
So, to his credit, he's kind of figured out how to navigate that. And, they got Bryce Young coming back healthy, and a defense, probably most importantly now, a defense that is no longer a sieve and that just gave the Green Bay Packers fits.
Are they real? Because I actually, yes, the record says, but I just don't see enough wins for them to actually be a playoff team. But Mike, are they in the playoff? Are they like a playoff run?
They play in the NFC South. Okay.
Right. Okay.
That's job one. So they are. This is a team that, like, in their division, they're, what are they, 1-0? So they get to play beat up on some of these other guys, anyways. But you look at the Falcons. You look at if you look at the Falcons, you look at the Saints.
If they sweep them, yeah.
So
can you steal one from the Buccaneers?
You need Dowdo to be healthy. I think that's the big thing. We saw him limping around a little bit this past weekend, but I like the way that they're working it. And to piggyback on what he said, it's just a matter of just all we have to do is get there, and then once we get there, we'll see it. Bryce Young looks healthier now than ever, and so we'll see what happens. But this is a team. Also, we need to have like the Panthers need to have Derek Brown healthy.
Yeah,
like that's a huge thing. That's a huge part too. But they are like Lathan Ransom, the guy I love out of Ohio State.
Yep.
Like, I love this kid coming out, and he's starting to come into his own and show people what he can do. So I do. I think that they belong. J.C. Horn is playing good football.
Yeah.
So you get to see these like little flashes. All you have to put the flashes together. That's how you make a flashlight. And so we'll see if they can do it.
All right, here's the final question. And this is, of course, nauseating. Yeah, exactly. Mike, I'm giving you what you could choose one of these two.
Mm-hmm.
Apple pie Oreos or Kraft is making this apple pie mac and cheese. Which one do you like?
Oh, I can't wait to throw both of those in the garbage.
Thank you. That's the right answer.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday of the year.
Oh, we're gonna have you back to get your menu anyway.
Oh, menu's already made, baby. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it next week.
You got it.
But no, those are both going in the garbage. Absolutely not. Like if someone showed up to my house, first of all, you know this about me, Gold. I don't let other people bring anything to my house for Thanksgiving. And if you brought that, guess what you're going to be doing?
You're leaving.
I'm going to do, what is it, like a Ren and Stimpy? Or I'll do it like Tom and Jerry. I'm going to just turn you around and you walking back out the door.
I've got an argument here for the apple pie and the mac and cheese.
No, you don't. That's not even acceptable. That's not acceptable.
So here's the thing, though. Like I'm not a chef, but I like to cook in my spare time, and I do watch The Bear. So I've learned a few things. There's something, when you're trying to create a flavor profile where you need different. You need a little more acid. You need a little bit more salt. You need a little bit more bite, maybe to cut the sweetness. And I tried this phenomenon. I think it's like a cheddar cheese melted on apple pie, and I didn't hate it. So I can kind of see where the saltiness of the cheese could help balance out some of the flavors. Now, mac and cheese might be a step too far.
I think so.
But a little cheese on an apple pie, I did not hate it. So kind of like ice cream on a pie, kind of same kind of phenomenon.
No,
right.
Look.
Don't. I love Pat, and I love you, Mike, but we don't have to appease that. We don't have to pretend that that's okay.
Like I've done like some like tight shred parm on a sweet thing.
Okay, yeah.
I really like salted caramel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like salt on chocolate is good.
Yep, on cookies, chocolate chip cookies, a little salt.
Made those. I already done it. Molasses. I made last week, 2 weeks ago. I made molasses chocolate chip cookies with salt over the top. It works. And guess what I did? I made cookies and cream ice cream with some broken up pretzels inside of it.
Yeah.
I understand the salt and sweet.
Oh man, a chocolate covered pretzel is amazing.
But that's a bridge too far.
Yes. In spite of Pat's take, he will be invited back on the roundtable. Pat Welter, WRAL TV5, Mike Felder. in the
Can I ask
bleachers.
Pat, who do you think wins the ACC this year, Pat?
I'm low key kind of in on UNC, man. Like,
Basketball?
Oh, you're talking about no. I don't. That has nothing to do with me. I'm talking about this year football. That basketball got nothing to do with me.
That's why we didn't talk basketball.
You know, Miami beat Notre Dame, which is the best win anybody's got.
Yeah, but they got 2 losses. They're not going to be in the title game.
Gosh, yeah, shoot, man.
Just say Duke
Virginia,
and we can move on.
Right now. It's not Virginia. What if it's Duke?
Yeah, just say Duke and let's move. They're the best team.
Go.
Well, Miami's the best team.
If they don't beat themselves. Yeah, if they don't beat themselves.
No, Miami's not the best team. They're not.
All right, I got to go. You're the best. Mike Felder, Pat Welter, phenomenal stuff. I'll talk to you guys very soon. And, Thanksgiving's coming up, Mike, so we're obviously going to powwow.
I'm throwing Pitt's hat.
Okay.
In the ring.
They still got a chance. They got to win out, but they got a chance. Thank you, man. Thanks, both of you. When we come back, high school football in the crosshairs. Joel Bryant will be with us in studio next.
Asheville to Wilmington, Boone to Durham, the Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Adam Gold here from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Happy hour time. Wait a second. Happy hour. All right. Is that half-price drinks? No. Every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern, FanDuel's dropping limited-time specials to get you in the zone. Boosts, bonuses, surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo. It's your weekly pregame. NBA Happy Hour. Fridays, 6 to 7:30, only on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA, FanDuel.com/AGS, FanDuel.com/AGS. 21 and over and present in North Carolina. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and maximum wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
North Carolina ranks second in the nation in potential agricultural land lost by the year 2040. The NC Forever Farms program supports the preservation of family farms through permanent agricultural conservation easements and has received a record number of applications for 3 straight years. Landowners interested in preserving their working farm through the Farmland Preservation Division of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services can learn more by visiting ncadfp.org.
As a school nurse, I feel like we're really that contact for the schools between the Department of Public Health and what goes on in the school system.
The face of the Department of Public Health in our school is our nurse, Nurse Emma. All the communication that she was receiving and direction she was receiving, she made sure to communicate with us and be a wonderful partner with us.
These kids need their routines.
NC Public Health. Everywhere, every day, everyone.
From the food we eat to the clothes we wear, agriculture touches every corner of our daily lives. I'm Lee Ivey, Director of the Agricultural Institute at NC State University. With the world's population growing, we need people equipped and trained to meet the needs of our future. In our program, we rise to meet that challenge every day, and our students are engaged and invested. Learn more about our program online by searching NC State Ag Institute. 2 years, 1 degree, endless possibilities.
You don't need a 4-year degree to have a rewarding career that makes a difference in people's lives every day. As a public power line worker, you'll build and maintain a locally owned and operated electric system to keep the lights on in your community. 4 months in a community college program provides the training you need to begin your career as an apprentice line worker in public power. And being a local government employee in North Carolina comes with excellent benefits. To learn more about line worker and other public power careers, visit electricities.com.
The North Carolina Healthcare Association invites you to listen to this month's podcast, Conversations on the State of Healthcare. This month, we dive into a project that's making big waves in Charlotte and beyond. It's called The Pearl, a bold reimagining of how healthcare, education, and innovation come together. My guest, Hillary Crittenden, leads operations for The Pearl and has played an important role in its growth and development.
The Pearl is an innovation district. We brought together medical education, cutting-edge research, and really big and small players in the healthcare space who are advancing science in a really interesting way, all together in one place.
You can learn more and join our latest Conversations on the State of Healthcare wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, and find out more by visiting nchealthcare.org.
One Adam Gold. One Adam Gold.
Person in front of me in line had a box of wine.
Oh, yeah. I feel that person. If you are buying boxed wine on a Friday, that thing is open right now.
In the car.
Yeah. I don't even need it to cool down.
She jammed a big straw right through the top of the box
yeah.
in the
Went
car.
to the gas station to get a cup of ice. Like, they don't even care.
The Adam Gold Show.
The high school playoffs begin. Like they might have already begun. Joel Bryant, high school OT, highschoolot.com. Did we have any high school football games yesterday? I know soccer's well underway.
Yeah,
I'm
soccer
immersed.
We're already into the third round, but
I'm immersed in 3A
we had one
soccer.
private school game yesterday, but the rest of them are happening tonight.
Everything tonight
It's
under
gonna
the
be a busy
lights.
night for us.
When does your night end?
3 a.m. probably.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. That's now that's because all the responsibilities after the game.
Right.
Real quick before we get into picks and prospects and all of that, give me what people can tap into that you're involved in this evening.
Yeah. So highschoolot.com will have a live scoreboard. We have I think we have the most accurate scoreboard in the state because we have a whole team that's looking for scores, and we have them reported to us from coaches around the state. So we have the fastest scores, most accurate scores tonight. We'll have writers at a lot of top games in the state with full game stories after the words. And then we have a post-game show. It starts at 10:15 and it goes to about 11:15, depending on how much stuff's going on. But we kind of use that show to kind of go through all the big happenings. It's kind of like the sports center for high school football.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do we have a top 10 list?
Top 10
list.
No,
10 highlights?
No. We don't have a big enough team for
How about
that.
a not top 10?
No, I can't do that in high school.
So right, that's true. Live scoreboard and 10:15, you guys have like a wrap-up show. What are there, because it's the first round, are there notable matchups like where, man, I have no idea who's going to win this game? There are always going to be upsets, but I have no idea who is going to win. Like, I was just looking at the 8A. Is Leesville Broughton? Is that a good game?
Well, they just played last week, and that was a 7-point game. So you probably found the best one there. Yeah,
two schools I recognize.
Right. Just
and
happens
the
to be the
6
best
and an
one.
11 seed. So all right.
Yeah. So the way that we have it this year, all the top teams are on buys this week.
Right.
So it does, in a way, it does make things a little bit more interesting. Where it's not the best teams playing tonight, so it's kind of more of a toss-up, I guess, in some of these games. There's some close 16-17 matchups tonight.
But not in 8A because there's only 24 teams, right?
Yep, exactly.
All right. So let's go through some picks. If you want to make some picks, I can't because I don't even know anything. I could give you a breakdown of 3A boys soccer, but we're not going to do that right now. Shout out to Wake Prep. They're into the. What are we in the
third round?
Quarterfinals, the East quarterfinals.
Yep, on Monday.
Right?
They'll be at Midway.
At Midway.
Yep.
Fired up for that. I've already booked the visiting team suite for that. So, all right, so give me some people, whatever.
So I put out my new state championship picks this week. So in 8A, I have West Charlotte actually beating Huff and beating Millbrook in that game, the 8A state championship game.
Oh, wow.
Most people are going to pick Huff in that game. I just want to be different. I think Huff's going to be the primary pick for that one.
West Charlotte?
Yep. In 7A, I have Grimsley coming back and beating Cardinal Gibbons again. They've played in a state championship a few years ago. Big news this week. So Faison Brandon is coming back.
Oh, he is going to play?
Yes, he was cleared and he decided to play. So he's kind of a couple weeks to get ramped up again, I guess, fully, and he'll be back, out there. And I guess, if something happens, they can trust the freshman.
True. Absolutely.
So, yeah, I have Grimsley beating Cardinal Gibbons in 7A. In 6A, I have Ashbrook beating Jacksonville. this Jacksonville team, they had Damon June from UNC,
right?
who's like UNC's best player this year. He was on that team last year, and they graduated him, and they're still on the field this year. So that's a pretty good program. But I do have Ashbrook beating them. In 5A, I have Crest over Hunt. Hunt out of Wilson's had a really good year. They've challenged some top teams that are bigger than them. I expect Crest. If Crest gets there, whoever the East team is, I expect Crest to handle them.
Okay.
In 4A, I have Reedsville and Kendra Harrison, the 5-star tight end, being Brevard. Reedsville is in the eastern half of the state, which doesn't feel right because we had the previous line previously where Reedsville is mostly ending up in the west. But they're back east, and they're the top seed in the east, and I expect them to get back and win it.
Was it Jordan in 8A that, or 7A, that was maybe east or west, and then it fell, but they're back in the east?
Yeah, so I said what I thought would happen did happen.
Okay.
Jordan ends up back east because of that one random game.
Right.
The one team got in and pushed Jordan back east. Stuff that I find fascinating.
Right.
But,
no, I mean, it is because they're a 3 seed, and, I'm sure the teams in the east were like, man, I hope they go west.
Yeah. And I think, the teams in the west were happy about it too because, that kind of elevated them to have a more chance of a home game later on.
Sure.
So.
All right, so that's you've done 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Yeah, that was through 4. So in 3A, I'm going to do James Keenan over Mountain Heritage. This one was my pick, coming into the season as well. That one hasn't changed. James Keenan's had a really good year. They just struggled against Wallace Rose Hill last week, which is their rival. And if Wallace Rose Hill beats Green Central tonight, they'll play them again next round. So that's one to watch there. 2A, Tarboro over Murphy, 2 storied programs. Tarboro, I was going to tell you now,
they always win, don't they?
They're not going to come close to losing in these playoffs. I think.
How does that work?
Well,
how does that happen? How is a 2A school?
It's just the kids they have there. It's just like every single year that they come in, there's these new set of kids that are really good athletes, and they're strong and they're big. I think this is one of the best Tarboro teams I've seen, and
that's incredible.
Yeah. I don't think
incredible.
they will.
I could see that if you have a big school population.
Yeah.
But 2A, these are small schools. That's amazing.
Yeah, Tarboro is they are not normal.
Obviously.
They're not normal.
Obviously.
And then in 1A, I have Wilson Prep beating Robbinsville. Robbinsville's going to have a really easy path to get there. The 1A West is not very strong. The whole 1A classification is not very strong, frankly. But Wilson Prep, they're going to have to overcome Kip Pride, which is another charter school that's in Northampton County.
How many charters are throughout the North Carolina High School Athletic Association?
I think
playoffs?
overall we're going to be hitting that 100 number within the next couple of years, next few years.
There's a lot of charters
but
that
in terms
don't have
of
football.
Yeah, but in terms of football, there's not many.
Okay.
Corvian Community was in the 1A state championship last year. They lost to Tarboro. And this year, in the new 1A, we Wilson Prep and Kip Pride, which are probably going to be one of the representatives there.
All right. And Wake Prep has a home playoff game. That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
On tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
That's the whatever it's called. We don't have a name for the stadium yet.
It's actually a nice stadium.
It's very
for a
nice.
charter school.
It really is.
Yeah.
Everybody that has come up and watched a game, and maybe I have friends that their sons, like a lot of Jack's teammates, have played against him in soccer. Mm-hmm. They're like, "Wow, what a stadium!
It's like a palace."
It is really, really cool. So they're very, very fortunate to play. I would call it the Ship. I don't know.
The Ship.
Could be anything. All right. Now I know there are prospects. We have undeclared football prospects that are playing in the playoffs. So let's run them down.
So early signing day is about a month from now.
Right.
There's still a few guys that are uncommitted. Elijah Littlejohn is an edge rusher from West Charlotte High School. He was committed to Penn State, but he decommitted a couple months ago, so he's still up in the air. Ben Bulwer is the defensive lineman from Oak Grove High School, which is technically in Winston-Salem, but it's really in Davidson County. It's kind of one of those weird things. He's 305 pounds. He's a big boy.
Yes.
He's still uncommitted. And then Damod Lewis, he is an edge rusher from Myers Park High School. He's the younger brother of the Panthers player Damian Lewis.
Oh, wow.
And he's still on the side as well. So I think, the in-state schools are kind of involved with these guys. If I had to put my money on it, I wouldn't say they're going to stay in-state just with how everything else has gone this
The best players generally don't.
Well, I was just looking at this today. So the top 11 players in this 2026 class are all going out of state.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
It's
I get it.
It's not what you want to be if you're a college football fan in the state.
Who was it? Was it Mac Brown that said we're going to put a fence around the state?
And
Or is that Chuck Amato who said that? One of them said that.
I don't know if he said that, but he did. Like Mac Brown did for a couple
long
of those
time.
classes.
Yeah.
He had pretty much everybody. And yeah. So it's unfortunate because, this 2026 class is very strong, and we've known about it since they were all freshmen. We knew it was going to be a special group.
Has Bill Belichick done well with the next class, the 27 class?
Yeah, so, he had the Amir Brown kid at Rollsville
committed,
but Amir Brown already decommitted.
Oh, that's too bad. That's the running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, I think that they're doing better out of state. I see guys going from out of state committing to them. But, I think that they're slowly, I think that reputation is kind of getting rebuilt. I feel like the energy is more positive now for UNC than
they
it
certainly
was for
have
that
looked
couple
better.
weeks stretch.
Yeah, they certainly have looked better the last few weeks. All right. I don't have nothing else to ask because I don't know which end is up when it comes to high school football. So anything else that I should have asked that if I knew more, I would ask?
No, I mean, this round's going to be interesting. There's a lot of stuff we don't know is really going to happen with these teams that aren't the high seeds.
Right.
But next round is going to be really fun next round.
So we'll do it again next week?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Joel Bryant, High School OT. Go on Twitter, Joel Bryant, HSOT, highschoolot.com for everything. 10:15 tonight, correct?
Yeah, on the postgame show, 10:15.
The postgame show. It's coming up soon. And Joel just sort of disappeared. He just kind of vanished.
He does.
It's like I'm David Copperfield.
He does that sometimes.
I just made him, it's an optical illusion.
All right.
Shouts to the 3A 5th seed of boys soccer, Wake Prep. The Guardians with a 2-0 win over Providence Grove last night that I was unable to be in attendance for. And they will go after the Monsters of the Midway.
Oh,
they're not the Monsters. They're I don't know what they are. I think they're I don't know what the Midway High School, which is in Dunn. That is the matchup next week. So it should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Good luck to Charlotte FC tonight in the third game of their best-of-3 series with NYCFC. Panthers are going to be okay this weekend, Victoria?
Yeah, might make us sweat, but yeah.
All right, let's get her done. Canes played twice as well. Sabres here, Maple Leafs there. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you Monday.
Delivering more hits than the Canes forecheck.
Shoot, he scores!
The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Adam.
I'm Adam Gold, and I'm there.
Tim. I'm Tim Don.